Pro Mega Signs, Southern Distributing, Southern Sanitation, Talk and Talk Wireless, TAMU Housing and Residence, Texas Farm Bureau, Texas Inflatables, Texas Outlaw Grill, Tokyo Garden, Total Termite Pest and Control, Uni-Trade Forwarding, Whataburger of Alice. And now here's Bill Harrington with all your Laredo Lemurs play-by-play action.
All right, Lemurs fans, thanks for joining us tonight. Bill Harrington here at Lawrence Dumont Stadium. This is Game 5 of this divisional playoff series, and a very important game here tonight for the Laredo Lemurs as they try to win this ball game, and if they're able to do so, they will move on to the American Association Championship Series. So a big one on tap here tonight. This is the furthest the Lemurs have ever gotten, and they're going to try to go ahead and win this game tonight and head on home to Laredo to take on the Sioux City Explorers. So let's go and get you the starting lineups for tonight's ball game. For the Lemurs, it's going to be Ty Morrison leading off. He's playing out in left field. Batting second is Abel Nieves. He'll play second base. Kevin Taylor's working as the designated hitter. He'll bat third. Dennis Phipps is out in right field. He'll bat in the fourth spot. Travis Danker will bat fifth and play first base. J.D. Pulfer's the shortstop. He's batting sixth. Drew Martinez will play center field and bat seventh. Juan Silverio is at third base, batting eighth, and Phil Pohl doing the catching and batting ninth. Tonight, the Wichita Wingnuts are going to send Eddie Medina to the mound. And we were thinking it was going to be John Link that was going to hit the mound today for Wichita, but it is indeed Eddie Medina taking over on the hill tonight. And the Lemurs are going to send Henry Garcia to the mound. Garcia pitched in the first game of the series. So here's Ty Morrison getting ready to step into the batter's box. Morrison in back-to-back days here in Wichita has opened up the game with a base hit. Let's see how he does here. He takes that one for a strike on the inside part of the plate. We're underway at 7:09. Your game time temperature right now is 81 degrees. No balls and one strike from Medina. He'll wind and throw, and that pitch is outside for a ball. Only game in town in the American Association tonight. This is the last game being played, and then if the Lemurs are able to make it all the way to the next round, then they'll play the Sioux City Explorers. The 1-1 pitch, swung in a ground ball, chopped into right field, a base hit. Once again, Morrison on the base pass with a base hit to start off the ball game. So he's done it in all three games here in this yard. And another good start here for the Laredo Lemurs. That'll bring up Abel Nieves now for Laredo. So Ty Morrison has just picked up his 7th hit in the series. He's now 7 for 17 overall in the series against Wichita. And here comes Abel Nieves to the plate. Eddie Medina, the starting pitcher for Wichita. He's a right-handed pitcher. He's 6'2", 185 pounds out there. And he'll work out of the stretch. He delivers. Nieves shows bunt, pulls back, and watches it glide across the outside corner for a strike at the knees. Nieves so far in the series, he's 3 for 16. He has scored a couple of runs. He has 1 RBI, a couple of walks as well, and 2 strikeouts. No balls and 1 strike. Morrison with a solid lead out there at first base. And Medina, he sets at the belt. He'll kick and throw, and that one is low for a ball. Here's the defense for Wichita. They have Harrison Kane in left, Nick Van Stratton in center, Brent Cleveland over there in right. TJ Middlestat's the third baseman, Leo Vargas at short, Taylor Smart at second, and Andy LaRoche over at first base. And, of course, John Nestor behind the plate once again with Eddie Medina up on the hill. The 1-1 delivery is low and away, and that's not the right count. They have 1 ball and 1 strike up there. Now they put it at 2-1. I'm pretty sure that's not the right count. See if the umpire corrects it here. So Morrison once again out to that solid lead over there at first base. Eddie Medina doesn't seem to be too concerned about him. And here's the pitch. That one is up and into Abel. So that's going to make it 3 balls and 1 strike. So indeed, that is the count. I thought there had been an extra pitch in there that I was missing. So the Lemurs tonight wearing their camouflage tops. They have gray hats on with black bills. And Wichita's wearing their black tops and multicolored hats. The pitch swung in a line drive into center field. Center fielder Nick Van Stratton coming on. It gets by him and it goes behind him. Around second and heading over to third base is Ty Morrison. Going into second base is Abel Nieves. And the Lemurs immediately have runners at second and third. So just like that, the Lemurs are doing well out of the box. You'll have to see what that is given on the official scoreboard. We'll see what Nieves gets. And that'll bring up Kevin Taylor to the plate. So Kevin Taylor, of course, batting in the 3 spot. Dennis Phipps is going to be on deck for Laredo. So they are going to put another hit up on the board for the Laredo Lemurs. They're going to call that one out there on a line off the bat of Abel Nieves to Nick Van Straten, a base hit. And since there's no other error going up there either, looks like it'll be a solid double there for Nieves. So runners at second and third and nobody out. Lemurs looking to take an early lead in the ball game, and bunt shown by Taylor. He hits it off the top of the plate. It comes up on a couple of hops over to Medina. Medina throws it down the right field line, but backing up the play is Taylor Smart, the second baseman. So Morrison is not able to try to come home. He wasn't able to try to come home on the immediate bunt, and then the throw that got away from the first baseman, it was backed up nicely there by Taylor Smart, so the ball didn't get down the right field line. That would have definitely caused trouble for the Wichita Wingnuts. The Lemurs probably would have been able to score 2 there, but a solid defensive effort by Taylor Smart puts the Laredo Lemurs in a bases loaded situation instead of runs coming in to score. So nonetheless, a good situation here for Laredo. That's going to be an error on the pitcher, Eddie Medina. Oh, wait a minute. They're going to give it a hit. So a hit goes up on the board. Here's the pitch to Phipps, and Phipps sees a fastball that misses high. I thought for sure with the ball being thrown away that they'd give that an error. But the Lemurs will take all the hits they can get. So it's 3 straight hits here for Laredo. And the bases are loaded to start off the game. Here's the pitch. A fastball swung on, grounded over to Middlestat. Middlestat dives. He flips to second for 1. Back over to first. It's not going to be in time there. The ball gets by the first baseman, and Nieves is going to come in to score. Phipps is going to go to second. 2 runs are in for Laredo in the first inning. And Dennis Phipps is at second base. So the only out that was made, and by the way, a nice play there by TJ Middlestat to dive for the ball and to keep it on the infield. He threw it to second base to get a 5-4 put out there. But Dennis Phipps is able to reach on the fielder's choice, and he goes to second base on the error by the second baseman. And he also brings in 2 runs on the play. So coming up to the plate now is Travis Danker with a runner at second base, and now somebody sneaking in behind Phipps. That's Leo Vargas, the shortstop. So right out of the box, the Lemurs come out firing, and they put 2 runs up on the board. So a good momentum builder here for Laredo. It's no-hold-bars baseball tonight. Everything goes. Anything to do to win here this evening. Here's the pitch. And that one misses low and away from Travis Danker. So the Lemurs aren't going to hold back in the bullpen. They're not going to hold back with their starting rotation. Anybody and everybody is available down there if needed tonight. 1 ball and no strikes. The pitch swung and a chopper over to Middlestat. He'll grab it. Look back Phipps over to second base. A throw over to first. It's a little offline. Danker runs past LaRoche, but LaRoche with the tag. And that'll be a 5-3 put out.
Shortstop number 10, J.D. Pulfer.
And that'll bring up J.D. Pulfer. So they changed that hit, by the way, into an error. The one that Kevin Taylor reached on. So it is indeed an error. So we got to go ahead and work our books over with that. There's now 2 outs in the inning. So coming up to the plate is J.D. Pulfer for the Laredo Lemurs. So there's 2 errors in the inning on the Wichita Wingnuts. A runner at second base and 2 outs. A lot of action happening fast here. The pitch swung on and popped up in the air. Sky high over to the right side of the infield. The first baseman, LaRoche, calling for it. Now Leo Vargas is going to take over. Right behind the mound, he'll make the catch. But the Lemurs jump out in front. They grab 2 runs in the inning. They grabbed 2 runs on 2 hits. There were 2 errors and 1 left. We'll go to the bottom of the first inning. The Lemurs are up 2-0. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
For all of your vehicle collision repair and paint needs, there's only one place to turn, Mike's Paint Place. Mike's Paint Place has computerized color matching and digital imaging. They also do full frame and suspension repairs. Stop by and see Mike's Paint Place today at 6410 Polaris Drive in Laredo.
Uni-Trade continues to provide solutions in foreign trade through a highly satisfactory customs brokerage service. Uni-Trade has quality trained personnel devoted to the highest level of customer service. For all your transportation, distribution, and consolidation needs, it's Uni-Trade. Chavarrias Plumbing's the #1 choice for any plumbing problem. Chavarrias is a full-service company with up-to-date technology trained professionals. With over 30 years of service to the community, Chavarrias is still growing strong. Visit chavarriasplumbing.com and go Lemurs!
Breakfast speaks for itself here at Whataburger. It's going to be hot, it's going to be fresh, It's almost like when you were a kid and you wake up in the morning, you can smell mom cooking breakfast.
I like their hash browns.
My favorite's the honey butter chicken biscuit. I like the taquitos.
We have some fresh cracked eggs here.
I like these pancakes because they're fluffy.
I really like the fact that you can get into Whataburger real fast and bring it on the go.
We're cooking breakfast for you at Whataburger.
Tokyo Garden of Laredo is located at 2515 East Del Mar Boulevard, and they serve the best sushi in town. Stop by Tokyo Garden for a quick lunch or a fancy dinner. Either way, you're going to enjoy our fine cuisine. Did you just get off work? Then come on by and check out our happy hour specials. Tokyo Garden, where you'll find the best sushi in Laredo.
All right, Lemurs fan, let's go ahead and get you the Wichita Wingnuts starting lineup for tonight's ball game. Nick Van Stratton's leading off. He's playing out in center field. Taylor Oldham will work as the DH. He'll bat second. Brent Cleveland playing right field and batting third. Andy LaRoche is the first baseman batting in the fourth spot. TJ Middlestad is playing third base. He'll bat fifth. John Nestor will do the catching and bat sixth. Harrison Kane out in left field batting seventh. Leo Vargas playing shortstop and batting eighth. And Taylor Smart will bat ninth and play second base tonight. So here comes Nick Van Stratton up to the plate. Henry Garcia up on the mound for the Laredo Lemurs. The Lemurs have Morrison in left, Martinez in center. Phipps over there in right. Silverio playing third base, Pulfer at short, Nieves at second, and Danker at first base. And, of course, Phil Pohl behind the plate with the lefty Garcia on the mound. He spins and throws home, and Van Stratton takes a strike on the outside corner. Your umpiring crew tonight. You got Joe Stegner behind the plate, Trent Delmont at first base, Kyle Galuba at second, and Brian Child at third base. The next pitch swung on and lined into right field. That one might go for extra bases. Dennis Phipps is on his horse. The ball goes all the way out to the wall. Van Stratton thinking about three. He's around second, going over to third base. The ball is overthrown on Nieves, and backing up the play is Pulfer. So a Van Stratton triple to start things off right out of the box for the Wichita Wingnuts. So they have a little momentum building right now. It's 2-0 Laredo. Lemurs put up 2 runs in the first inning. And some good play there for the Lemurs. Ty Morrison and Abel Nieves right out of the box pick up a couple of hits. And then later on in the inning, Kevin Taylor reached on an error by the pitcher that he threw the ball away from the first baseman. And then Dennis Phipps reaches on a fielder's choice and goes to second base on an error. So 2-0 in favor of Laredo. Here's Taylor Oldham into the batter's box. And the pitch, and it's a curveball that misses low and inside. Lemurs looking to hold Nick Van Stratton right where he's at. They do not want to let a run come in to score. They need to make a statement here on defense right now. The 1-0 pitch, low for a ball. This is a do-or-die situation. In case you don't know, this is Game 5 of a 5-game series. Winner tonight moves on to the American Association Championship. Loser goes home. That's the end of the season for them. Here's the 2-0 pitch, swung on and missed. The winner of the game will play the Sioux City Explorers. So Sioux City's either going to be coming here to Wichita or going down to Laredo, depending on who wins. And from what I understand, the Sioux City Explorers are already on the bus. They're heading on down someplace. They're going to start heading south and see where they have to stop. The 2-1 delivery. That one is outside for a ball. So, of course, they'll be either monitoring this broadcast or the Wichita Wingnuts broadcast to see what the score is. Of course, you could always look on the American Association website as well. 3 balls and 1 strike. Runner at third base. Here's the pitch. Swung on and chopped off the plate. Silverio will charge. He has it. And he'll throw over to first base to get the out. So a 5-3 put out there. And it was funny watching Silverio grab that ball. He actually went right by Nick Van Stratton, tagged him with the baseball. Just in case he was off the bag. He was not. But just in case he was, Silverio tags Nick Van Stratton and then throws over to third base. So here comes Brent Cleveland to the plate now. So Henry Garcia pitched in the very first game of the series. He's getting the call here tonight for the Laredo Lemurs. And he has been a clutch pitcher for Laredo so far this year. 1 out in the inning, 2-0 Laredo. The pitch to Cleveland. He swings. He lines it into left center field. That's going to fall for a hit. Nick Van Stratton will come in to score from third base. And Cleveland's going for second, and he'll slide in there safely. So Van Stratton scores. Cleveland with a double. And it's going to make it a 2-1 ball game. And that'll bring up Andy LaRoche. For Cleveland, that's only his second hit in the series. His other hit was a single, so that's his first extra base hit in the series as well. Now the guys have brought their hitting shoes tonight on both sides. Here comes LaRoche. So now it's 2-1 Laredo. And Garcia will check and deliver. That one swung on it, high in the air, out to left field. Morrison's going back, but he's going to run out of the room. This one is gone. A home run for Andy LaRoche, and just like that, the Wingnuts have the lead. So LaRoche, for him, that's the second home run in this playoff series. And if you count all the home runs that he had during the regular season, that's 8 now on the year for him. So a clutch home run by LaRoche, and that puts Wichita right into the lead. They're up 3-2. So all that momentum that the Lemurs built goes right down the drain. And Wichita comes right back, and they have the lead. So here comes Mike Meyer out of the dugout. He's going to talk things over with Henry Garcia. Well, I tell you what, if anybody goes off track here early on in this ball game or any time in this ball game, the bullpen's going to get up and firing. They're not going to take any chances here with guys not having their stuff tonight. You will see early bullpen action if needed from both sides. It was a good thing that the Lemurs scored those 2 runs in the first inning because Wichita's come out firing as well. They have 3 hits in the inning. Here's TJ Middlestat. Middlestat takes low one outside. So Henry Garcia needs to put the brakes on everything right now. It's basically a new inning with Wichita in the lead. There is one out. Here's the pitch, but nobody on base. That one is low. Garcia pitched in the first game of the series. He got the win that day. The Lemurs went on the win 12-3. Well, we were talking about it before the game today. We were a couple of people saying it's probably going to be a high-scoring game tonight. The pitch is outside for a ball. And for a couple of reasons, the wind is hustling out to left field right now, so it is really blowing tonight. It's going to blow anywhere from 20 to 25 miles an hour, and it's blowing out to left field. So the right-handed batters are going to have a fiesta tonight. The 3-0 pitch, that is low, ball 4. So Garcia, after giving up the home run, comes back and walks TJ Middlestat. So that's going to be the 4th base runner for Wichita. Well, I had a stat that I was working on today before the ball game, and I thought this was kind of telling. In the last 2 games, the Wingnuts, not counting today, but in the last 2 games, the Wingnuts have walked 10 times. 5 of those runners have come in to score. Last night, the Lemurs walked 3 batters, and all 3 scored. The final score was 5-3. It was the difference in the ball game, right? On Saturday, the Lemurs walked 7 batters. 2 of those runs came in to score. The final score that day was 4-3. Once again, a difference in the ball game. So if the Lemurs don't give up those walks, they probably don't give up those runs. They probably go on and win those games. And here we are giving up a walk here in the first inning. Here's the pitch. Low and inside. John Nestor's the batter. So I thought that was kind of telling. I mean, you see it throughout the season, but it's not quite as huge as it is once you get into the playoffs. Walks really become a big part of the story, and Wichita is really good at taking walks. They are one of the best teams in the league in that category during the season. And the 1-0 pitch. That one is a fastball in the inside corner. In fact, the Wichita Wingnuts led the American Association in walks. They had 435. The next closest team was St. Paul with 66. The Nuts' top 2 players were in the top 5. TJ Middlestat, who led the league, and Jace Ray also had a lot of walks as the next pitch misses outside. So the walks helped the Wingnuts to the league's 3rd best on base percentage despite hitting .269. So they will take walks, and they're good at doing it and good at getting them around. They're also good at stealing bases, so if they get on via the walk, more than likely they're going to end up at second base. 2 balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. A nasty changeup there from Garcia. Make it 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's 3-2 in favor of Wichita. We're in the first inning. Buckle your chin straps, folks. This is going to be a fun one. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Garcia out of the stretch. He'll fire home, and that pitch is swung on in a slow roller. Over to the first baseman, Denker. Denker will underhand toss to Garcia. He leads him to first base nicely. Garcia beats out Nestor. Middlestat heads up to second base, and that'll be the second out of the inning. So the putout goes 3-1, and Harrison Kane coming up to the plate. Well, Harrison Kane's probably been the hottest hitter in the series for Wichita so far. So this is one guy you don't want to see come up to the plate right now with a runner at second base. Harrison Kane is 6 for 14 in the series with 2 runs scored, and he has 4 RBIs. So Henry Garcia looking to get the third and final out and get the Lemurs back into the dugout. And the pitch from Garcia, that's a fastball in the inside corner. Good pitch there. Garcia, when he pitches, he'll throw a fastball, a curveball, and a changeup. So those are the pitches you're going to see out of him. Sometimes his curveball looks like a slider down there, so sometimes I get a little confused because he's never told me he throws a slider. The 0-1 pitch, that one is outside for a ball. That was the changeup. 1 ball and 1 strike. So I guess it depends on what arm angle he brings it from. But it looks like a slider, so sometimes I'll reference a slider when we see Garcia throw. 1 ball and 1 strike. And the pitch, swung and grounded foul up the first baseline. That was another changeup from Garcia. Trying to get Harrison Kane off balance, but Kane is ready for the changeup. He was able to stay back on that pitch and ground it foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lemurs trail by a run. We're in the bottom of the first inning, working underneath clear skies today here in Wichita. It's a beautiful day, except for the wind here in Wichita. Otherwise, it was really, really nice. In fact, it got a little bit hotter than it had been over the last couple of days. Here's the 1-2 pitch, swung on and fouled into the stands. Look out. That hits off one of the railings down there. You can kind of hear it go ting. So the count will stay at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Harrison Kane played 45 games this year for Wichita during the regular season. He ended up batting .286 for them. And he had 2 home runs and 17 RBIs, 48 total base hits. The 1-2 pitch again, swung on and missed, a high fastball. Kane can't lay off of it. That'll be the third and final out. But 3 runs come in to score for Wichita. They get 3 runs on 3 hits. There were no errors by the Lemurs and 1 left on. We have a 3-2 game. Wichita's in the lead. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Falcon Bank and the Laredo Lemurs are a winning combination. At Falcon, they know what counts. Personalized service, attention to detail, and genuine commitment to helping customers achieve their dreams. Falcon Bank, guided by faith, grounded by family, and committed to you.
Need a little spark in your life? Then come on out to Uni-Trade Stadium for Friday night fireworks. Tickets start as low as $5, and you'll get to see great baseball and great fireworks all in one night. To get tickets, call 956-7-LEMURS or go online at LaredoLemurs.com. I'll see you at the ballpark.
Core Business Solutions is a proud sponsor of Lemurs Baseball. Core Business Solutions services the 17 southernmost counties of Texas, as well as areas of northern Mexico. They offer a wide range of high-tech solutions for businesses and organizations. Make Core Business Solutions your solution today.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to people wondering, L-I-T-E, that's how you spell light? Which led to people thumbing through their dictionaries, which led to there's got to be a better way to look up words, which led to the invention of spell check, which led to better resumes, promotions, celebrations, and happy hour. Miller Lite, we invented light beer and happy hour. You're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Right now, when you sign up for a Gold's Gym membership, you'll get tons of extras completely free. Confidence, free. Compliments from your coworkers, free. And the desire to wear tiny bathing suits, you guessed it, free. You'll be stronger with extras, and you'll be stronger with Gold's Gym. Know your own strength. Tiny bathing suit not included.
All right, folks, we got a game on our hands tonight. It's 3-2 Wichita, and coming up to the plate now for the Laredo Lemurs, it's going to be 7, 8, 9 in the batting order. Martinez, Silverio, and Pohl coming up to the plate. Martinez, a left-handed batter. He's facing off against the righty, Eddie Medina. Medina throws and bunt shown by Martinez. He bunts it foul up the third baseline. So he'll see another pitch coming up as Eddie Medina gets ready to throw another one. So the Lemurs trail by 1. Andy LaRoche with a home run there. His second home run of the series, man. It was a home run, a double, and a triple in the inning for the Wingnuts. They were a single shy of the inning. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and that one misses outside. They're a base hit short of hitting for the cycle in the first inning. 1 ball and 1 strike. Not that you want to see a team do that against the Lemurs, but they were. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and popped up on the infield. Who's going to grab this one? It's going to be a trio of players. Looks like the third baseman, Middlestat, calling for it. He scares off John Nestor. He'll make the catch, and that'll be the first out. Nestor, the catcher, started to go out there. He was going to try to turn around, but Middlestat, I could hear him all the way up here. I got it. So that'll be the first out. And that'll bring up Juan Silverio. Silverio was able to break out of his slump yesterday, and it was good to see that. Silverio broke out of an 0 for 17 slump with his hit in the 6th inning last night. Here's the pitch to Juan. He takes high and upstairs. That's the same thing, by the way. High and upstairs. They're the same. I'll get it right here next time. You figure after 100-plus games, I'd know what I was talking about. Well, welcome to Lemurs baseball. And the 1-0 pitch. That one is high and upstairs as well. 2 balls and no strikes. So 2-0 to Silverio. Silverio in the series now. He's 1 for 14 with a couple of runs and 2 RBIs. The 2-0 pitch swung on and chopped high over to Middlestat. Middlestat backs up. He plants. He throws. It's a little bit short, but LaRoche digs it out. A 5-3 putout. And we've seen Middlestat do some great plays over there at third base throughout the series. We've seen him do that throughout the year as well. Now, they have another guy that can play a mean third base on this club, Taylor Smart for the Wichita Wingnuts. He could also play a mean third. Actually, when Taylor Smart opened up this year, he was with Amarillo, and he was playing third base against the Lemurs in the very first series of the season. Phil Pohl sees one up and in, and I remember Taylor Smart making some fantastic plays in that series, coming down the third base line on bunts or balls that weren't hit all that hard and throwing on the run, grabbing the ball with the bare hand. The 1-0 pitch swung and missed by Pohl. Now, like I said, Silverio not having a good time at the plate during the series, but this guy, Phil Pohl, he's been eating up the series. He's really enjoyed the playoffs with the bat. He's 7 for 14 in the series. 1 ball and 1 strike, and remember, he has a grand slam under his belt. The pitch, he checks his swing. It's a slow roller. Middlestat will grab it. The third baseman fires over to first base, and the Lemurs go down in order. So it's a 1-2-3 inning at the bottom of the order for the Laredo Lemurs. We're through an inning and a half. It's 3-2 Wichita. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs baseball playoff style.
Pro Mega Signs of Laredo is there for all of your printing and signage needs. We can be found at 1615 Jackman Road in Laredo, or you can reach us by phone at 956-723-2110. Again, that's 956-723-2110. If you need a sign, big or small, come to Pro Mega Signs of Laredo, where your print job is just around the corner.
Capital Care EMS, located at 1510 Caila Norte Suite number 11, invites you to experience a new standard in medical transportation, servicing Laredo and all surrounding areas. Capital Care EMS provides transports to wound care treatments, HBO treatments, dialysis treatments, doctor's appointments, radiation treatments, chemotherapy treatments, and many more. From emergency medical transport to x-rays and lab work, our state-certified EMTs and paramedics are readily available 24 hours a day when you need them most. Capital Care EMS accepts most major medical insurances, including Medicare, Medicaid, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Aetna, and many more. Capital Care EMS is locally owned and operated. Call now for your free consultation. 956-712-8911. That's 956-712-8911. Capital Care EMS, creating a new standard in medical transportation. Capital Care EMS, the official ambulance of your Laredo Lemurs.
We all know we can accomplish more when we're ready. That's why I've chosen Texas A&M International University. I want a 4-year degree and the opportunities that it brings. TAMU has welcomed me and more than 7,000 students from around the world. TAMU empowers me to greatness, ignites my mind, and propels me to my future and my impact. Imagine the possibilities when you're powered by TAMU.
Register now for summer and fall. Visit tamu.edu and get powered.
All right, so it's going to be Leo Vargas leading it off for Wichita. Then Taylor Smart will follow, and Nick Van Stratton right after that. Away we go into the bottom of the second inning, and that pitch is a fastball. It hits the inside corner for a strike just above the knee to Leo Vargas. Lemurs trail by a run. It's 3-2 Wichita. We're in the bottom of the second inning. The pitch, a swing and a foul back to the screen by Vargas. Leo Vargas so far in the series, he's 2 for 10. He's picked up a walk and a strikeout. He's been hit by pitches twice, and he has stolen a bag. Shame on him. No balls and 2 strikes. And the kick on the throw home, and that one is high for a ball. Another fastball there from Henry Garcia. Yesterday in the ball game, Leo Vargas ended up going 0 for 3. In fact, he hasn't picked up a hit since the second game of the series. The 1-2 pitch swung and a pop-up over by the Lemurs dugout. And this one might stay in play, and it did. Phil Pohl thought for sure it was going to get out of play, and he took off his mask, and once he realized it was going to stay in play, it was a little bit too late. Well, with that wind blowing the way it's blowing, right now it's starting to blow in from right field and over towards left, so kind of a crossed field blowing of the wind right now. So it's basically going from the right field stands into the left field stands, not so much out to straightaway left the way it was. The 1-2 pitch, that's a breaking ball, a curve from Henry Garcia that misses way outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Phil Pohl got fooled by that pop-up. It looked like when it first off the bat that it was going to go into the stands, but it was definitely playable, the 2-2 pitch. That one just misses inside. The Lemurs don't get the call there. You can hear a couple of attaboys down in the dugout for the Laredo Lemurs. They thought they had called strike 3. Here comes the 3-2 now from Garcia. That one is swung on and fouled back underneath us. And there it goes. So not only do they have a fence in front of home plate to block the fans, but they also have one that's right underneath us here at the ballpark to protect the balls from coming straight down on the fans here. So it's kind of double fenced. The 3-2 pitch, that one's low and inside. That'll be ball 4 to Vargas. That's the second walk given up by Henry Garcia. So that's a leadoff walk, and something you definitely don't want to give up is a leadoff walk. During the regular season, Vargas had 7 stolen bases. He stole 1 so far in this playoff series, and that was back in the second game when he had those 2 hits. So that'll bring up Taylor Smart to the plate. 3-2 Wichita. See what Taylor Smart does. Don't be surprised if he bunts. Yeah, he shows bunt here, but it's a pitch out for the Lemurs. Wasn't that much of a pitch out. Phil Pohl came out as if it was a pitch out, but the ball missed off the plate probably by about 3 or 4 inches. So not quite the pitch out the Lemurs were looking for, I don't think. 1 ball and no strikes. You don't want to leave it around the zone. That definitely could have been hittable for Smart. He'll go ahead and not show bunt here. He'll take a strike on the outer third of the plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. That was another fastball from Henry Garcia. Bottom of the second inning here from Wichita. The winner of this one moves on to the American Association Championship Series, the 1-1. Toss over to first base, and Leo Vargas was hardly off the bag at all. So the Lemurs do have to keep an eye on Leo Vargas over there. He's a guy that can run. Guy in the batter's box could hustle as well. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Bunt shown. There he goes. He bunts the ball right at Danker. Nobody covering first. Abel Nieves finally gets there, and he's able to get the out. Nicely done there by Abel Nieves. I think his mind totally went away from bunt, and then he saw Taylor Smart move to bunt, and he said, oh gosh, I got to get over there. And he was able to do it, but it moves Leo Vargas over to second base. So the putout goes 3-4 on the sacrifice. And that'll be the first out of the inning, and here comes Nick Van Stratton to the plate. Nick Van Stratton having a pretty good series as well, right next to Harrison Kane. Nick now with his triple. He's 6 for 17 in the series. And the pitch is a fastball in the inside corner right at the knee. Nick got off to a little bit of a slower start in the series. In the first game, he went 0 for 4. In the second game, he went 1 for 4. In the last 2 games, he's picked up at least 2 hits. So with each game, he gets a little hotter and hotter. Runner at second base, and Garcia turns the throw to second, but nobody's there to take the throw. So no balls and 1 strike. Lemurs trail by a run. We're in the bottom of the second inning. And Garcia with a long look back to second. Now he throws, and this one's hit off the chop of the turf, and J.D. Pulfer will come in. He'll grab it right on the lip of the grass. He'll make the throw over to first base and get the out there. So that'll be 2 outs, and on the play, Leo Vargas goes over to third base. So 2 down and a runner at third, and here's Taylor Oldham. In case you didn't join us in the first inning, the Lemurs scored 2 runs right out of the box in the first, and then in the bottom of the first inning, the Wichita Wingnuts came roaring back and got 3 of their own. So the Lemurs tried to say, here we go, let's get started, and all of a sudden Wichita came back and said, not so fast, you're not going to get away that quickly, as Taylor Oldham takes a strike on the outside part of the plate, a changeup there from Garcia. Oldham in yesterday's game went 2 for 4. Here's the 0-1 pitch, swung in and a line drive past Silverio into left field. Another runs in to score for Wichita. It's going to make it 4-2 in favor of the Wingnuts, and Taylor Oldham with a base hit and an RBI. Well, the Wichita Wingnuts, they're the defending champions. You got to remember that. They're a very good baseball team. They have a very good manager down in the dugout. They're very aggressive on the base paths, and they have solid defense. So they know how to win baseball games down there, and they're going to do their best here today. So are the Laredo Lemurs, of course. But you can't fall asleep on this club, that's for sure. Here's the pitch, and that one is low and outside. Remember, this is the team that's been the thorn in the side of the Laredo Lemurs since their existence back in 2012. The Lemurs have not done well against this club. And the 1-0 pitch swung and chopped up the first baseline. It's a slow roller, and the Lemurs are going to let it roll foul. Good play there by the Laredo Lemurs. Henry Garcia and Phil Pohl saying, all right, let's just let this one roll by, and hopefully it'll go into foul territory, because it would have been a really tough play for either Pohl or Garcia. If the Lemurs can come back and win this game tonight, not only will they move on to the championship round, but they'll really get a huge monkey off of their back in the Wichita Wingnuts. This is the only team that has really given the Lemurs fits year after year after year. 1 ball and 1 strike. It's kind of been like the Lemurs' kryptonite. And I've been here to watch all of it. A lot of these players, they don't know the history of the two teams. The pitch is low and inside, and I really don't think at this point they care. They're just playing game to game. But I've sat here and watched all these games between these two clubs, and every time, Wichita's come out on top, so the Lemurs looking to make a name for themselves in the American Association as the next pitch is fouled off of the bat of Brett Cleveland. It's almost as if beating the Wichita Wingnuts for the Lemurs would be a coming of age for this club. They were born back in 2012, and they've been taking their licks. They've been getting into the playoffs, but it's kind of like, in the NBA, you got to slowly earn your way into the NBA championship, it seems like. Well, it's kind of like that right now for the Laredo Lemurs. They have to earn their way into the position to play for the championship in the American Association. The 2-2. That one is a fastball outside. So make it 3 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. It's a 4-2 lead for Wichita. So tonight could be the night for the Laredo Lemurs, where they get by Wichita and thrust themselves into the American Association Championship Series. Here comes the 3-2 pitch, swung on, popped up over to the right side in foul territory. Here comes Danker down the first baseline in foul territory. He'll squeeze it, and that's going to do it for the Wingnuts. They do score a run. They get 1 run on 1 hit. There are no errors and 1 left. We're going to go to the 3rd inning. The Lemurs trail by 2. It's 4-2 Wichita.
Hey, ¿tienes algo que celebrar? ¿Que le salió el primer diente a tu hijo? ¿Que tu abuelita aprendió a tuitear? ¿Que cambiaste tu cheque? La respuesta es la misma. Pues un carnesazo. No importa lo que estés celebrando, lo que importa es que lo celebres. Pues con un carnesazo de H-E-B. En H-E-B encuentras gran variedad de cortes a precios bajos y de buena calidad. Carnesazo. Carne asada con ganas, solo en H-E-B.
Since Extending Technologies opened for business in 1998, they have worked to establish solid relationships with their clients. They are set to maintain the highest standards of service and integrity and to perform work of only the highest quality, achieving client satisfaction on every project. They have attained these goals through a tradition of care and professional pride. They serve a wide range of corporations and small business franchises. Extending Technologies has the tools and expertise for any technical need that your business may have. Call us here in Laredo at 725-2654. That's 725-2654 for Ascending Technologies.
Before your Memorial Day party gets going, drive over to Ashley Furniture Home Store this week for our best Memorial Day sale ever. Get dramatic price reductions store-wide or no interest until January 2021. Choose from sofas and sectionals, all at unbelievably low prices. Plus, find savings on beds and amazing deals on dining rooms. It's our best Memorial Day sale ever, so don't wait. Hurry over to Ashley Furniture Home Store right now. Ashley Furniture Home Store. This is home. 4520 San Bernardo Avenue, Laredo, Texas, 956-712-2401. Subject to credit approval. Minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
Left fielder number 35, Ty Morrison.
All right, Ty Morrison going to start things off for the Lemurs. He got the Lemurs off to a good start back in the 1st inning. Let's see if he can repeat that performance. Lemurs scored 2 back in the 1st, and Wichita scored 3 down in the bottom of the 1st inning. Here's Eddie Medina throwing home, and that pitch is on the outside corner for a strike. So it's 4-2 in favor of Wichita as we go to the top of the third inning. And Eddie Medina, the right-handed pitcher, looks in and gets the sign. He'll kick up and throw home, and that pitch is in there for a strike. 0-2 now to Ty Morrison. Well, Medina making his first start of the postseason. This will be his 9th start for the Wichita Wingnuts altogether. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And that one is low and outside. Medina is a Staten Island native. Made one appearance earlier this season for the York Revolution of the Atlantic League. And he allowed 3 runs in 2 2/3 innings in that game. The 1-2 pitch misses high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Medina had been pitching for the Old Orchard Beach Surge. Yeah, that's a mouthful. Here come the Old Orchard Beach Surge. Boy, they're in the North County Baseball League. And that's where actually the Wichita Wingnuts found him. He was pitching for the Beach Surge. The 2-2 pitch. Low, make it a 3-2 count. Medina was in the United League in 2014, splitting time between Brownsville and Fort Worth. He made 12 starts with the Charros and went 4-3 with a 2.71 ERA. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swung on a line drive into left field. Moving back is Harrison Kane. He's got it under control. He'll squeeze the ball for the catch. 1 down, and Abel Nieves, the batter. So here comes Nieves. Medina's professional career opened up in Las Vegas with the Train Robbers in the Pecos League after he finished up at St. John's University. In 4 seasons pitching for the Red Storm, mostly as a reliever, Medina combined for a 14-7 record and a 4.73 ERA. Here's the pitch to Abel Nieves. Nieves takes low and outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Lemurs trail 4-2, 1 out, top of 3. And the pitch from Medina again, swung on, chopped up to the shortstop. Vargas has it on a high hop. He'll fire over to first base, and Abel Nieves is out. So quickly 2 down. Seven straight have been retired now by Eddie Medina as he's up there ready to go again. I love that name for the Pecos League team, the Las Vegas Train Robbers. Pecos League has a lot of fun names in it, or they did. I don't think the Pecos League is up and running this year as the first pitch to Kevin Taylor's in there for a strike. They have the Roswell Invaders for the Pecos League. The pitch, it's low. Trying to think of some other names that they have over for the Pecos League. 1 ball and 1 strike. And the delivery, a swing and a line drive right at Vargas. He'll snag it, and that's going to do it for the Lemurs. They go down in order for the 2nd straight inning. We will head to the bottom of the 3rd. It's 4-2 in favor of Wichita.
Sweating through another barn burner at your team's bar?
Sure am.
Wish you had some ice-cold refreshment?
You bet.
Then Coors Light may be right for you. Could result in meeting new people, epic fist bumps, epic forearm bumps, epic or chest bumps, touchdown dancing, break dancing, line dancing, dancing like nobody's watching, awesome refreshment for the win, and one-of-a-kind Rocky Mountain Cold refreshment. Ask your bartender for Coors Light today.
Definitely.
When cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost-brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. With great beer comes great responsibility.
Right now, you could be working towards an exciting new career in business administration. At Catholic College Laredo, you'll have the chance to gain professional skills and hands-on training. Earning a business degree could open the door to new career opportunities in fields such as accounting, human resources, banking, and marketing. Start on the path to your new career at Kaplan College. Call 800-617-0800. Right now, you could be working towards an exciting new career in business administration. At Kaplan College Laredo, you'll have the chance to gain professional skills and hands-on training. Earning a business degree could open the door to new career opportunities in fields such as accounting, human resources, banking, and marketing. Start on the path to your new career at Kaplan College. Call 800-617-0800.
Kaplan College does not guarantee employment or career advancement. Information about programs at www.kaplancollege.com/consumer-info.
All right, here's Andy LaRoche to lead it off. His last at bat resulted in a home run over the left field wall. He'll see a fastball here on the outside corner for a strike. It's 4-2 Wingnuts. 4 runs on 4 hits for Wichita. They have made 3 errors already in the ball game. And the pitch. Swung on and a fly ball over to the right side. That'll get out of play. I do not have 3 errors for Wichita so far in the ball game. I don't know where they get the 3rd one from, but I'll have to go ahead and discover that here sooner or later. So quickly, no balls and 2 strikes to LaRoche. Henry Garcia into the full windup. Here's the pitch. And that one just misses away. That was a close pitch right there. But Garcia does not get the call from the home plate umpire, Joey Stegner. Stegner umpired the first game of the series down in Laredo. This has been the same crew that has followed us throughout the series. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and grounded foul at the third base line. That'll go ahead and get into the Wingnuts bullpen area down the left field line. So between innings, I looked up the teams in the Pecos League. Yeah, they did play this year, it looks like. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Well, good for them. The 1-2 pitch, swung and a line drive up the middle off the bat of LaRoche. So he gets another base hit. He's 2 for 2 on the day, and coming up to the plate is TJ Middlestat. So here's your teams from the Pecos League, and there's fun names. That's why I wanted to go over them. The Alpine Cowboys, the Garden City Wind. I think that's a new team. The Las Cruces Veracruz, and I told you about the Las Vegas Train Robbers. Las Vegas Train Robbers. The Roswell Invaders we told you about. The Santa Fe Fuego. How's about that one, huh? That's a good one, right? TJ Middlestat sees a strike on the outside corner, so the Santa Fe Fuego. And I think Sean Tieman's favorite one, the Trinidad Triggers. Sean Tiemann, my former broadcast partner. He was with the Joplin Blasters this year. Here's the pitch to Middlestat. Middlestat sees a strike on the outside part of the plate. No balls on 2 strikes. Sean, I know you're listening out there. Hello, my friend. Greetings from Wichita. No balls and 2 strikes. And Garcia, he'll deal home, and that's a breaking ball. Misses inside. That's the slider there that Garcia throws. I told you earlier, he throws something between a curveball and a slider, and I think that was the pitch right there. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runner at first base, nobody out. Lemurs looking for a double play ball. Middlestat swings right through this one, and home plate umpire says he actually tipped the ball. Just got a little splinter on it, so that's going to be strike 3 for him. That'll be the first out in the inning. I'm going to bring up John Nestor to the plate. So Nestor's the catcher. In his first at bat, he ended up grounding out to the first baseman, Travis Dinker, for the Laredo Lemurs. The reason I haven't heard too much of the Pecos League, usually we see players cross over during the season from the Pecos League here, the American Association. Nestor checks his swing, he went around, and I don't recall anybody coming over from the Pecos League this year, not to the Lemurs or any other team that we played against. It looks like they indeed got underway this season, so good for them. No balls and 1 strike. It's not easy to build a strong independent league. The 0-1 pitch, it's high. Throughout my time working in minor league baseball, I've seen so many independent leagues pop up, and they last for a year or two. Some don't even last a full year. They go right down, and it's just hard to keep them going. 1 ball and 1 strike. I don't think the ownership quite understands what it takes to get into these things. The 1-1 pitch is swung on and fouled back underneath us. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And when I say I don't think they understand what it takes to get these things going, the main thing being money. It's not easy to come up with all the dough. You know, you got to pay for a lot of the travel, you got to pay for the uniforms, the baseballs, you got to pay for the umpires, you got to pay for me if you want a broadcaster, all that stuff. You know, you got to pay the managers and the coaches and everybody else that goes along with it. So you got to have a little capital in your back pocket. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and fouled straight back again. So the count will stay at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lemurs do have some bullpen action. Ryan Beckman warming up down in the bullpen just in case things go a little bit awry here for Henry Garcia. Remember, Wichita has put up 4 runs, and I told you earlier, either team, they're not going to let anything get out of hand here. The 1-2 pitch, swung on and chopped off the plate. Charging the ball, Silverio. He'll grab it with his bare hand, throw over to first base, and it's in time to get the out. Nice play there by Juan Silverio. Grabbing it with his bare hand, firing over to first base. The Lemurs lucky in a sense that John Nestor was running and not one of the fast guys for the Wichita Wingnuts. Would have been a lot closer play. In fact, it was about as close as it can get. Some of the people here thought Nestor was safe. But the Lemurs get a very important out there. They'll be out number 2. Andy LaRoche on the play moves up to second. And Harrison Kane into the batter's box, the hot-hitting Harrison Kane. And now Phil Pohl is going to go out and have a conversation. And looks like manager Pete Incavilla is going to make a move here. Pete is not playing any games tonight. I told you, he's not going to wait around in this one. You got to make your moves when you think it's right. I'm actually a little surprised to see it right here, but hey, Pete's got that feeling in his gut that he needs to go to the bullpen right now. And I told you, Harrison Kane's hitting the ball well. And Henry Garcia is a left-handed hitter, so why not bring in a right-handed pitcher to face off against a tough hitter, Harrison Kane, because if he gets a hit, drives in that run, the Lemurs are down by 3, so it gets a little bit tougher to come back. We'll take a timeout, come back and tell you a little bit about Ryan Beckman. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball, 4-2 Wichita.
Today at Whataburger, we're cooking the Honey Mustard Whata Chicken Club. The chicken is hot and fresh. It's got melted Monterey Jack cheese topped with lettuce, tomato, bacon, and then the honey mustard adds a nice sweet flavor to it.
All the flavors come together just perfect. I mean, not only do I want to eat it, but I keep wanting to look at it.
The crunchiness of the bacon adds a really nice texture.
Honey mustard and chicken just go together. You know, sweet and savory, it's a perfect mix.
Try the new Honey Mustard Whata Chicken Club. Only at Whataburger for a limited time.
3, 2, 1. Number 1. That's Laredo's #1 Chevy dealer. Family Chevrolet turns the best day ever into the best month ever. 15% off. Not good enough, but 25% off. Now that makes it the best month ever. With over 600 vehicles available, makes it the best pricing ever. 2015 Equinox, 2015 Traverse. Not 15, but 25% off. And the best financing rates for the best month ever. 1.9 interest. Family Chevrolet of Laredo.com. Come see why the deals are always better at Family Chevrolet. Family Chevrolet is the #1 volume Chevy dealer for a reason. Every customer rides during our spring cleaning closeout sale with massive price cuts on 600 Chevys. New 2015 Chevy Cruze. How about 25% off MSRP? Wow, that's huge. Or only $199 a month. New 2015 Malibu for only $269 a month. Or 25% off MSRP plus 2 years free maintenance and a 100,000-mile warranty. It's a spring cleaning closeout sale happening now at the #1 volume Chevy dealer. Come see why the deals are always better at Family Chevrolet.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to fewer guys with beer bellies, which led to more women attracted to those guys, which led to dates, second dates, wedding bells, and honeymoons, which led to hubbada, boom, which led to you. Miller Lights, we invented light beer, and you're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
All right, so it is going to be Harrison Kane coming up to the plate, and it's also going to be Ryan Beckman taking over on the mound for the Laredo Lemurs. So Garcia goes 2 2/3 of an inning here tonight, and he ends up giving up 4 runs on 5 hits, and there's another possible run out there at second base that might get credited to Garcia. We'll have to wait and see. Here's the pitch to Harrison Kane. He checks his swing as he went around on a breaking ball thrown up by Beckman. Beckman, one of the original Lemurs this season, so he's out there. He threw in 49 games during the regular year for Laredo, put up an 8-1 record and a 1.36 ERA. He had 1 save under his belt. Here's the 0-1 delivery, and that is in there for a strike right at the letters. No balls and 2 strikes. Beckman will throw a slider, a changeup, a fastball, and it kind of works as a sinker. Often hard to determine which pitch is which from Ryan Beckman because his fastball and his changeup, they aren't that far off from each other. No balls and 2 strikes. And the delivery. And that is a check swing by Kane, and that's strike 3. Home plate umpire Joey Stegner said he went around, so Beckman does his job, gets Harrison Kane to strike out. And that's going to do things here for the Wichita Wingnuts. In the inning, they get no runs on a hit, no errors, and 1 left. We'll take 1 more timeout, come back with the top of the 4th inning. Lemurs trail 4-2.
South Texas families never strike out with Driscoll Health Plan. Catch the value-added services we pitch to our Medicaid members. Enjoy a free membership to specific Boys and Girls Clubs. Receive gift cards for completing Texas healthcare checkups. Restrictions and limitations may apply. Visit us at DriscollHealthPlan.com.
We'd like to imagine that if you're listening to this, it's on a radio in a backyard in between innings. The grass was mowed this morning, and the grill smells like heaven. And what do you know? Your friends just arrived with a 24-pack of Miller Lite, along with a few new friends to enjoy them with. Here's hoping we're right, and you're not just stuck in traffic. Here's hoping it's Miller time.
Great beer, great responsibility. 2015 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Do you want to sit in a car for 7 hours, risk a flat tire, traffic, or highway construction delays? Fly direct from Laredo International Airport to Dallas-Fort Worth on American Airlines. From Dallas, you can change planes and take a flight to Tokyo, London, or even Rio de Janeiro. With 4 daily arrivals and departures, American Airlines is sure to have a connection that works best for you. So avoid spending hours in the car or risk an accident on the highway or even a flat tire. Fly in comfort from Laredo International Airport. Visit AA.com for details and to book a reservation.
Crowd at the bar making you sweat?
Uh-huh.
Could you use some ice-cold refreshment?
You bet.
Then Coors Light may be right for you. Could result in epic nights, maximum refreshment, great times, awesome memories, high fives, smiles, Rocky Mountain refreshment, Blue Mountain refreshment, quadruple epic refreshment, killer parties, and totally refreshed killer parties. Ask your bartender for Coors Light today.
Definitely.
When cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. With great beer comes great responsibility.
All right, here we go. Dennis Phipps into the batter's box between innings. I think you got a little visit there by Twiggy. It's 4-2 Wingnuts. Here's the pitch, a fastball on the outside corner to Dennis Phipps. Eddie Medina up there on the hill again. So Medina staying on the mound for the Wichita Wingnuts as Phipps tries to get the Lemurs a little bit closer. The next pitch is way high. So Dennis Phipps in his first at bat, he reached on a fielder's choice, but 2 runs ended up coming in to score for the Lemurs. And Phipps ended up going to second on an error during that same play. Here comes the 1-1 delivery. And it's a breaking ball, a slider away. So Eddie Medina staying in the ball game. Remember, Henry Garcia is already out. I wasn't able to get to everything I had prepared for Henry Garcia. I was going to tell you all about him. Here's the pitch. It misses outside. Tell you what he's done this year, who he's pitched against, and where he's been in the past, and now he's gone. The 3-1 delivery. That one is high for a ball, so Phipps earns a walk, and the Lemurs are in action here. Well, hopefully this will not be the last time I get a chance to talk about Henry Garcia this season. Lemurs trying to win this ball game and move on to the championship round. It'll be a mystery if the Lemurs get by Wichita. It'll be a mystery on who the Lemurs decide to start in the first game against Sioux City. I would think the way things are going, it'd be Matt Sergey, but not 100% sure. Matt Lucen's time would also be coming up as well for the Lemurs, and the way Luis Poyorena seems to have a rubber arm, he can go out there and throw at any time. So here's Travis Denker into the batter's box, and with one swing of the bat, this guy can tie it up. He takes a strike here on the outside corner. So Eddie Medina, during the regular season for Wichita, he went 4-1. He had a 3.49 ERA. Pitched in 8 games and pitched in 46 1/3 innings. He actually pitched twice against the Lemurs during the regular year. The 0-1. And that's another strike on the outside corner. Denker doesn't like it. Yeah, he pitched in back-to-back games, in fact, against the Lemurs. One on August 16th, the other on August 22nd. Both times the Wingnuts won the game. But in the first game, Medina really stumped the Lemurs as Wichita went on to win 6-0. But that's before all the moves were made by Laredo, and they picked up guys like Denker and Nieves again. J.D. Pulfer and others. The 0-2 pitch swung on, hit high in the air down the left field line, but that's going to go foul. Actually goes up and over. Wow, that was a long foul ball. It goes up and over the clubhouse down the left field line. Had a lot more behind it than I thought it did. Denker really was off balance when he swung the bat there. No balls and 2 strikes again to Denker. So Medina, like I was saying in that first game against the Lemurs, he pitched 7 innings, did not allow a run to come in to score on 8 hits. That was the first time we saw him. The 0-2 pitch swung in and a ground ball over to Middlestat. Middlestat is handcuffed, but he recovers, throws to second for 1. The throw over to first base is in time, and Dennis Phipps takes out Taylor Smart very hard. Smart is on the ground, and hopefully everybody's okay, but Phipps took out Taylor Smart very hard out there at second base, and Smart is still on the ground. So Phipps heading back into the dugout, and still a double play in the book, so we'll keep an eye on Taylor Smart out there and make sure he's all right. But Phipps was able to get close enough to the bag, and of course with the turf out there, it's so easy to have a lot of momentum sliding into second base. You don't lose anything when you slide into that bag. In fact, if you slide too hard, you're going to go right past the bag. And Phipps, of course, slid late in order to break up the double play, And Smart does get up, so good for him. Phipps, probably not thinking about the turf and how far he was going to slide him with how much momentum when he was sliding into that bag. So he ends up taking out Taylor Smart. And of course, a couple of fans here thinks that Dennis Phipps was trying to hurt Smart, and that's just not the case. Dennis isn't that kind of player. But nicely done there by Taylor Smart. He was still able to turn the double play, and he's gotten up and he's back in the ball game, so he's all right.
Cindio is a proud supporter of the Wichita Wingnuts.
So quickly a double play there, and now J.D. Pulfer coming up to the plate for the Lemurs. Lemurs trail 4-2.
Shortstop number 10, J.D. Pulfer.
So J.D. Pulfer in his first at bat, he popped out to the shortstop. In the second game for Medina, those back-to-back games that he pitched in, here's the pitch to Pulfer, a fastball away. He did not get a decision. He only went 5 innings, gave up 4 runs. One of them was earned on 8 hits. He walked a batter and struck out 3. But Wichita went on to win that game 7-5. Here comes the 1-0 delivery. That's a fastball that pegs the outside corner. So that was one game. The first game was here in Wichita, or actually scratch that. The first game was down in Laredo, and then the Lemurs came up here on August 22nd for that series. So the Lemurs played Wichita, had a series in between, and then came right back up here and played Wichita again. Next pitch to Pulfer is in there for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So the in-between team was the Sioux Falls Canaries, and that's when the Lemurs went all the way up to Sioux Falls. Here's the 1-2. Called strike 3. Pulfer goes down looking. It looked to be a high strike there to Pulfer, but he gets rung up, and the Lemurs only send 3 batters to the plate. Phipps walks, Stanker hits into a double play, Pulfer strikes out looking. We're going to head to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's 4-2 Wichita.
Texas Inflatable Rentals has Laredo's largest water slides. Real proud to say that we serve the greater Laredo area and supply slip sliding fun for kids of all ages. Texas Inflatable Rentals has a huge selection of inflatables for every budget. And to add to the party, we rent tables, chairs, snow cone machines, popcorn machines, and cotton candy machines that will help take your party to the next level. We also have moonwalks and bounce houses. Contact Texas Inflatable Rentals at 956-436-3909 or at texasinflatablerentals.com and book with the coupon code LEMURS for a 10% discount. That's Texas Inflatable Rentals, Laredo's largest water slide.
Looking to travel this summer? If the year-round flights to Las Vegas aren't fit for you, take advantage of Allegiant's direct flights from Laredo International Airport to Orlando. For as low as $119 round trip, you and your family can be in Orlando in 2.5 hours. Fly in comfort from your Laredo International Airport. Visit Allegiant.com for details and specials. Texas Outlaw Grill is a proud sponsor of your Laredo Lemurs, specializing in outlaw delicacies such as the Texican, the Gringo, and the Bandit hot dog and their ever-famous barbecue burger. Be the first to try their groundbreaking Cabrito hamburger and Cabrito hot dog. For all to-go orders, catering, and fundraising information, go by 5209 Springfield Suite number 4 or call 956-771-1919. That's Texas Outlaw Grill.
Leading off for the Wichita Wingnuts, shortstop, number 2, Leo Vargas.
All right, so it's going to be Leo Vargas starting things off for the Wingnuts. So it's 8-9-1 in the batting order coming up for Wichita. Lemurs trail 4-2 as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Ryan Beckman staying in the ball game for Laredo. And Beckman, he delivers. Bunt shown and bunted out. Bunted by Beckman. Nieves has to charge. He's not going to have the play. The second baseman had to come in and try to grab that one, and that was a tremendous bunt there by Leo Vargas. So he hits a bunt single. You know, the way Beckman falls off the mound, he wasn't able to recover that time. That'll bring up Taylor Smart. So Taylor Smart's the guy that just got taken out by Dennis Phipps. You see, this is where the Lemurs middle infielders got to be careful. If there's a double play ball hit to the Laredo Lemurs players, you know Leo Vargas is going to be looking to take out either Pulfer or Nieves at second base for a little redemption. And a toss over to first base. Beckman throws over to Danker, and Leo Vargas is back in safely. So Ryan Beckman has already pitched twice in this series, so this is his 3rd appearance. He already has 4 innings under his belt, has not given up a run on 2 hits. So he's done a nice job, as he's done all season long for the Lemurs. The pitch swung on and fouled away by Vargas. That goes over by the Wingnuts dugout. Wingnuts sit on the third base side here at the ballpark. Lemurs sit on the first base side. Beckman, along with some of the other guys in the bullpen, Brebria, B.J. Hyatt, Luis de la Cruz, all been so impressive this year. It's been such a fun bullpen to watch. Usually, you don't see the bullpen have such an impact on the dugout like these guys had this year. And another toss over to first base. It's usually the starting 9 guys that will have the clubhouse impact, but the bullpen has really kind of owned the dugout in a sense. You know, they're the funny guys. They're the ones that lead the charge. They're the ones that are keeping things light down there. No balls and 1 strike. And another toss over to first base. I mean, if you look at a Major League Baseball team and you're a fan of, say, you know, we're close to Kansas City, so I'll say the Kansas City Royals. If you're a fan of the Royals, you know, how many bullpen guys can you usually name? I mean, unless you're just a hardcore fan and you watch every single game, and, you know, then you could probably name them all. But there's a lot of guys on that team you probably can't name. The 0-1 pitch, you know, for a lot of people, they know the main 3 or 4 players on a baseball team. You know, but it's usually not the bullpen guys that get the recognition. Well, on this team, it's been the bullpen guys that have led the way for the Laredo Lemurs. You know, we've had some spurts of good offense throughout the season with the Lemurs, but it's been these guys that has been the most solid part of the Lemurs club. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. That is low for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. Lemurs trail 4-2. I mean, guys that have been with the club since the very start. You go with Beckman and Brebria. De La Cruz joined the team not that too far into the season. It was in June. Henry Garcia, who's been a starter and a reliever, has been with the team all year long. And Matt Lucen, he's always been a starter. Luis Poyorena, as this one swung on line right to Silverio. Silverio will throw over to first base. The stretch by Danker, but it's not in time. Danker with a long stretch over there to try to get the out. But those guys that have been with the Lemurs from the start, you know, Beckman, Brebria, and B.J. Hyatt, those have been the 3 guys that have been with the Lemurs that are in the bullpen from the very beginning of the season. They were in spring training, started off the season with the Lemurs, and here they are at the very end of the year. And by the way, in my humble opinion, as well as their pitching coach, Mike Meyer, none of these guys really belong in independent baseball. They are affiliated guys all the way. As a pitch goes over, a throw goes over to first base, and the Lemurs, lucky to have them, lucky to see these kind of talented ball players playing in Laredo, because all these guys can pitch at AA level in affiliated ball for sure. They got that kind of talent. And a toss over to first base again, and back in once again is Leo Vargas. So it's going to be interesting to see in the offseason when the Lemurs season does come to an end, which of these guys get picked up and get into affiliated ball for next year. Here's the pitch. Swung in and a ground ball, hard hit past the diving Pulver. Into left field it goes. And that'll be a base hit for the leadoff man, Nick Van Stratton. Van Stratton with his 2nd hit of the day. I mean, there is a multitude of players on this Lemurs club that could end up in affiliated ball next year. If you're not familiar, independent ball and affiliated ball, well, affiliated ball is where you climb up through the ranks and get to the major leagues. So independent ball is for a lot of the guys that either haven't played affiliated ball, you know, guys straight out of college and they come to the indie ranks to try to get into affiliated ball, or guys that have been released from affiliated ball and they're trying to get back. Here's the pitch to Taylor Oldham. Nope, instead a step off by Beckman. You know, there are guys here for a multitude of reasons. You know, a lot of them have to do with injury. They got injured when they were with their affiliated team, and the affiliated team didn't have any room for them anymore, so they find themselves in independent baseball. As the first pitch to Taylor Oldham misses low. That's probably one of the bigger reasons guys end up here, you know, or they have a hole in their game someplace. You know, and they need to go somewhere else to work on that hole because the affiliated teams are all about moving guys up through the ranks. The 1-0 pitch, bunted at, and that is a strike, so he did indeed go for it. But there are a lot of guys on this Lemurs club that don't have any holes, especially in the bullpen for the Laredo Lemurs. You got guys down there that definitely can pitch in affiliated baseball and try to work their way up to the big leagues. And the Lemurs, of course, that's manager Pete Gaviglia's job to try to get those guys with that opportunity. That's why guys come and play here. The 1-1 pitch. Check swing. Roller back up to Beckman. Beckman grabs it, looks at every bag, decides to go over to first base and get the easy out there. Good choice by Beckman. He probably wouldn't have had an out at either bag. Some quick guys running out there, Leo Vargas and Nick Van Stratton. So he gets the sure out, and that's going to make the second out. And here comes Brent Cleveland to the plate. Yeah, a lot of guys come and play for manager Pete Incaviglia just for the fact that manager Pete Incaviglia played in the big leagues for 12 years. He has a lot of connections. You know, he can pick up the phone and make calls to guys that are scouts that he has seen throughout his days and other guys that he has worked with very closely that work with Major League Baseball teams. So if there's guys that need opportunities, he will definitely try to help them out. And that's why guys come here to play in Laredo. Well, we're not in Laredo now, obviously. We're in Wichita. Here's the pitch. Swung on and grounded foul. There's a lot of guys that make their stop here in Wichita for the same reason. Kevin Hooper, the manager for the Wichita Wingnuts, played in the Tigers organization, and he has a lot of good connections with that team. And you see a lot of guys come out of this team. There's been 5 guys picked up this year from the Wichita Wingnuts that have made their way into affiliated baseball. No balls and 1 strike. Brent Cleveland, the batter. Runners at second and third and 2 down. The pitch. That one is low and outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Four runs on 7 hits tonight for Wichita. 2 runs on 2 hits for the Lemurs. We sit in the bottom of the 4th. Beckman with the baseball behind his back as he looks in to get the sign from Pohl. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. A nasty breaking ball there. So make it 1 ball and 2 strikes. You know, there's a lot of teams around the American Association that have that really good reputation of getting guys into affiliated ball. And with that reputation, there's players that want to play for you. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The Lemurs this year have only sent 1 player to affiliated baseball. The 1-2. And that one is low and outside. And that's the lowest number since the Lemurs started playing back in 2012. But I have a funny feeling in the offseason there's going to be a lot of guys picked up from this team. And, of course, that's what these guys want. We wish them all luck. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And since they did not go away during the season, the Lemurs are lucky to still have them. Here's the 2-2 pitch. High for a ball. Makes it 3 balls and 2 strikes. Andy LaRoche is on deck. Brent Cleveland in the batter's box. Brent Cleveland, a former major leaguer. So he's had a taste of the big leagues. Played in the major leagues in 06, 07, 08, and in 2010. He played for the Tigers and the Atlanta Braves. So he's one of those connections with Kevin Hooper. And Kevin Hooper's a big reason why Brent Cleveland is here right now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch. That one is low, ball 4. So a walk given up by Ryan Beckman, and that's going to load the bases. And Andy LaRoche is coming up to the plate. LaRoche has already hit a 2-run home run today that has hurt Laredo. That gave the Wingnuts their first lead of the game. They went up 3-2 at the time. And that was back in the first inning. The Wichita Wingnuts grabbed another run in the second inning. They've been silent over the last 2, but they're making some noise here. And the pitch. And LaRoche takes a strike on the inner third of the plate. A little spinning ball out of the hand of Ryan Beckman. Like I told you earlier, it's a little bit tough to tell what Beckman's throwing. Everything just about the same speed. You can tell his slider because it's got a lot of fade away from the right-handed batter. And the 0-1 pitch, and there's a fastball that misses low. I can tell the fastball pretty easily. 1 ball and 1 strike. It's when he throws that changeup in the slider and the slider doesn't move quite as much as it should, or the changeup doesn't dance all as much as he wants it to. 1 ball and 1 strike. And Beckman at the belt. He'll bring it home, and that one swung on and grounded up and over the head of Beckman. Into center field it goes. Vargas comes in to score. Here comes Van Stratton. He will score. It's a 2-run single for Andy LaRoche. LaRoche with his 3rd hit of the game. He has 2 more RBIs. And here comes TJ Middlestat to the plate. That's going to make it 6-2 in favor of Wichita. So Cleveland is up at second base. And here's Middlestat. Middlestat is the number 5 hitter in the batting order as he takes high for a ball from Beckman. And the Lemurs do not have bullpen action right now. Beckman has worked into a little bit of trouble here in the 4th inning. He started off pitching in the inning. In fact, he got the last out in the 3rd for the Lemurs. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. That one is inside for a ball. Middlestat spinning back to make sure that ball didn't hit him. 2 balls and no strikes. Middlestat, a left-handed batter, wears number 15 on his back. This year, he was 3rd in the league in strikeouts with 115. It's a baffling number. There's a couple of baffling numbers from Middlestat as he swings away here and pops it into foul territory. Like I said, 3rd in the league with 115 strikeouts. And he drew an American Association single-season record of 92 walks last year. Finished with 86 walks this year. So we walked 86 times this season, but struck out 115 times. So I'm confused. Do you have a good eye or do you not have a good eye, TJ Middlestat? Well, he's got a batting average of .258 this season. And he's got some pop. He hit 16 home runs. The pitch. One misses low and outside. But usually you don't see those 2 numbers come together. The walks, the high walks, and the high strikeouts. But in Middlestat's case, he's doing a little bit of both and putting a little power in the middle there. Runners at first and second, 2 down, 6-2 Wichita. And Beckman slings it in, and that one is outside. That's going to be ball 4. Cleveland's going to third base. LaRoche is up to second. Middlestat is walked to first. That's the second time tonight Middlestat has walked, and that'll bring up John Nestor with the bases loaded. Well, with the swing of the bat here, the game can get away from the Lemurs real quick. Lemurs looking for that last out. So Beckman's got to bear down and help himself here and help his club get them back into the dugout. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Still a long way to go. A changeup there. Nestor swings and misses. No balls and a strike. Nestor so far, he's 0 for 2. Nestor, a very strong defensive catcher for the Wichita club. Nestor this year batted .267 at the plate. Here's the 0-1 delivery. That one is inside. Nestor has to move his back leg out of the way. He did not want to get hit there. You know, if he takes a hit by pitch here, he brings in a run. I guess it's instinct, right? It's instinct to move out of the way. 1 ball and 1 strike. Beckman, a right-handed pitcher, sets at the belt and throws. That one swung on, hit in the air out to center field. Martinez is on the run. Martinez has a beat on it. He will get there and squeeze the ball right by the warning track in left center field. Martinez makes the catch, and that's going to end the inning for the Wichita Wingnuts, but they strike. They pick up 2 runs on 3 hits. There are no errors and 3 left. We are going to the top of the 5th inning, 6-2 Wichita.
Welcome to Whataburger. Today we're cooking the sweet and spicy bacon burger.
Wow, it's beautiful.
2 beef patties, American cheese, Monterey Jack cheese, bacon, grilled onions, the sweet and spicy pepper sauce.
Sweet in the front and then the spicy in the back. I like it. I like it a lot.
It's like a perfect balance, and then that bacon right there, it adds crunchiness.
I'll get back in line and get another one, I'll tell you that much.
Sweet spicy bacon burger. Come down to Whataburger. It's only here for a limited time.
Driscoll Health Plan loads the bases with value. We knock it out of the park with all the value-added services we bring to our Medicaid members. Driscoll families cheer on the Grand Slam packages, sports physicals, free memberships to Boys and Girls Clubs, and dental care for pregnant women over 21. Take a swing at our baby showers offered by Cadena de Madre. Forget those peanuts and Cracker Jacks, root for our baby blankets and more. Come slide into home when you receive gift cards for completing Texas Health Steps checkups and attending postpartum visits on time. Don't miss a play. Restrictions and limits may apply. Visit DriscollHealthPlan.com. There's a reason why Popeyes creates some of the best tasting chicken in the world. We were born in New Orleans, Louisiana, the land of good fun and great cooking. Spicy flavor is a way of life in New Orleans, and everything we make reflects it. From our Popeyes bona fide chicken and handcrafted tenders to our home-style mashed potatoes with Cajun gravy and our soft, buttery biscuits, everything we make is made with care and served up fresh. Only at Popeyes.
This summer, Allegiant will increase to 4 weekly flights to Las Vegas, Nevada. If gambling in Vegas isn't your thing, Allegiant is also increasing to 2 weekly flights to Orlando. Enjoy the Disney theme parks, Legoland, Universal Studios, SeaWorld, and the Kennedy Space Center. Fly in comfort from your Laredo International Airport. Visit Allegiant.com for details and specials.
Laredo Sports Medicine Clinic, the official team doctors of your Laredo Lemurs. Now with 2 convenient locations to better serve you. Our north location is located at 9652 McPherson Road, Suite 12. All
right, so for the Lemurs, Drew Martinez into the batter's box. He takes a strike. 6-2 in favor of Wichita here from Lawrence Dumont Stadium. It's been 3 runs in the first for Wichita, 1 run in the second, 2 more in the fourth. And the pitch from Eddie Medina. Medina throws low and inside to the Lemur starting center fielder, Drew Martinez. So 1 ball and 1 strike. And Medina will fire away again. Here's the late kick in the throw, and Martinez swings and fouls it up and over the ballpark.
A foul ball courtesy of Dingers Ripping and Construction. Give him a call at 202-2066.
Martinez in his first at bat back in the second inning, and he popped out to the third baseman. So this is his second at bat. The Lemurs scored their 2 runs back in the first inning. They've been silent ever since, and Medina's been doing well. Here's a swing and a chopper past the pitcher, charging the ball. Taylor Smart, he glove flips over to first base, but it's not going to be in time. That's going to be an infield base hit for Martinez. And that'll bring up Juan Silverio to the plate now for the Laredo Lemurs.
Be sure and call Jeannie Van Workum. She's the Wingnuts official massage therapist.
So Juan Silverio, who grounded out to third base as well in his last at bat, coming up to the plate.
For a relaxing massage. Third baseman number 32, Juan Silverio.
So here's Silverio into the batter's box. Martinez at first base, and Medina brings it home. That's a little bit of a breaking ball there. It clips the outside corner for a strike. No balls and 1 strike to Juan Silverio. Phil Pohl on deck. Medina holds the mitt next to his chest. Now he'll bring his hands together and bring it to the belt. And he throws, and that's a fastball swung on, lined into left field, a base hit. Silverio chucks his bat away over by the dugout. So back-to-back hits for the Laredo Lemurs. And we have guys moving down in the Wingnuts dugout. Of course, they have an advantage of having the lead, so if things start getting out of hand with Medina and the Lemurs start hitting them around, then Wingnuts will immediately go to that bullpen and try to settle things down. Here comes Phil Pohl into the batter's box. That's always the advantage when you have that lead and you have a good bullpen. So Lemurs Phil Pohl, the batter. Well, he's got some pop. He can change the face of this game quickly. He sees a fastball here and misses outside. Phil Pohl stepping out of the box and taking a practice swing. He swings a 2-toned colored bat down there. He's got ash colored on top, and the bottom part has been dipped in the black lacquer. And the 1-0. Breaking ball, and that one almost hits Phil. He gets out of the way, though, and he almost let that one hit him, but he did get out of the way. He moved his shoulder in. And here comes Luke Robertson out of the dugout. Robertson's seeing a few things. He's the pitching coach, so he's going to go try to go ahead and settle Medina down here after giving up a couple of base hits, and now he's falling behind 2 balls and no strikes to Phil Pohl. So we can take a look around the major leagues here, see what's going on in Major League Baseball tonight. Always fun to take a look at the majors. I also was looking earlier today at this date in baseball history. There's some fun stuff there as well. So if we have time, we'll try to get to a few of those things throughout the ball game. I try to check every day and see what's going on with this date in baseball history, see if there's anything notable. quite often there is, but sometimes there's nothing that I really think, oh, that's so important, I need to bring it up right now. But there was some fun stuff on there today that we'll try to get to. So Phil Pohl back into the batter's box. Nobody out. Runners at first and second. Lemurs trying to turn it into a big inning. They trail by 4, so they need to do it sooner or later. And the 2-0 pitch. That's a strike on the outside part of the plate. So here's your scoreboard for Major League Baseball. Baltimore and Boston hooking up. They're in the bottom of the 7th inning. It's 1-0 Baltimore. In the top of the 8th, Washington and Philadelphia, they're tied up at 6 apiece. 2 balls and 1 strike. And the pitch. Fastball outside. Make it 3 balls and a strike now to Phil Pohl. Well, with the pop of Phil Pohl, he'll be looking for a fastball here. Cleveland's up 4-1 over the Kansas City Royals. They're in the top of the 7th inning. And the 3-1 pitch. Swung on and grounded foul up the third baseline. That ball was on the other half of the plate away from Phil Pohl, and he pulls the ball up the third base side. Miami and the New York Mets, they're tied up at 3. They're in the bottom of the 7th. Yankees and Rays, no score. They're playing in the top of the 8th, so they got a pitcher's duel going on there in Tampa Bay. Astros 2, Rangers 1. They're in the top of the 5th. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Phil Pohl for the Lemurs. Here's the delivery. High for a ball. The Lemurs had the bases loaded. The tying run's going to come up to the plate. And they do have bullpen action for the Wichita Wingnuts. Who was down there? Looks like Alex Boshear's warming up. And here comes Kevin Hooper. So, like I said, they're not going to mess around here with Andy Medina or anybody else for that matter. Medina's going to be taken out of the ball game, and we're going to see Ty Morrison come up to the plate with Alex Boshear's up there on the mound. So he'll make a bullpen move, and we'll go ahead and take a break, come back, and tell you a little bit about Alex Boshear's and get back to the Major League Baseball scoreboard for you. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball. Lemurs trail in the ball game right now. It's 6-2 in favor of Wichita.
For all of your vehicle collision repair and paint needs, there's only one place to turn, Mike's Paint Place. Mike's Paint Place has computerized color matching and digital imaging. They also do full frame and suspension repairs. Stop by and see Mike's Paint Place today at 6410 Polaris Drive in Laredo.
Uni-Trade continues to provide solutions in foreign trade through a highly satisfactory customs brokerage service. Uni-Trade has quality trained personnel devoted to the highest level of customer service. For all your transportation, distribution, and consolidation needs, it's Uni-Trade. Chavarrias Plumbing's the #1 choice for any plumbing problem. Chavarrias is a full-service company with up-to-date technology trained professionals. With over 30 years of service to the community, Chavarrias is still growing strong. Visit chavarriasplumbing.com and go Lemurs!
Breakfast speaks for itself here at Whataburger. It's going to be hot, it's going to be fresh.
It's almost like when you were a kid and you wake up in the morning, you can smell mom cooking breakfast.
I like their hash browns.
My favorite is the honey butter chicken biscuit. I like the taquitos.
We have some fresh cracked eggs here.
I like these pancakes because they're fluffy.
I really like the fact that you can get into Whataburger real fast and bring it on the go.
We're cooking breakfast for you at Whataburger.
Tokyo Garden of Laredo is located at 2515 East Del Mar Boulevard, and they serve the best sushi in town. Stop by Tokyo Garden for a quick lunch or a fancy dinner. Either way, you're going to enjoy our fine cuisine. Did you just get off work? Then come on by and check out our happy hour specials. Tokyo Garden, where you'll find the best sushi in Laredo.
Falcon Bank and the Laredo Lemurs are a winning combination. At Falcon, they know what counts. Personalized service, attention to detail, and genuine commitment to helping customers achieve their dreams. Falcon Bank, guided by faith, grounded by family, and committed to you.
All right, so Boshear's up there on the mound. He has pitched in 2 games so far in this playoff series. So this will be his 3rd appearance in the playoffs for the Wichita Wingnuts. No record during the playoffs, and like I said, has pitched in 2 games. He's thrown in 4 and a 3rd inning. During the regular season, he went 4-2 with a 1.86 ERA. So here's Ty Morrison with the bases loaded for the Laredo Lemurs. The Lemurs trail by 4 runs. And the pitch, a fastball hits the outside part of the plate for a strike. Morrison, so far in the game, he's 1 for 2. He singled and scored a run back in the first inning. So over at third base is Drew Martinez at second, Juan Silverio, Phil Pohl at first, and the pitch. Swung on a line drive into center field. Van Stratton coming in. He's going to knock it down. He'll keep it in front of him. Martinez is going to come in to score for the Lemurs, and everybody's going to advance a base. So the Lemurs now down 6-3, and a nice base hit there by Ty Morrison for Laredo.
Second baseman number 14, Abel Nieves.
The Lemurs have just gotten a little bit closer. They now trail by 3, and Abel Nieves is going to be the batter. Still nobody out, and the base is still loaded for Laredo. 8 hits for Wichita, 5 hits for the Laredo Lemurs. So the bottom of the order doing the trick here in this inning. 7, 8, and 9 all get on. And the first pitch to Nieves hits the inside corner for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. And now it's up to the top of the order to do the damage for the Laredo Lemurs, since the bottom of the order has set the table. And the 0-1 pitch, breaking ball, that crosses the middle of the plate to Nieves, right at thigh level. That one had a little break to it. Wasn't a very big break, but enough to be deceptive. No balls and 2 strikes. Bo Shears, a right-handed pitcher, delivers. That one swung on a ground ball over to Vargas. Vargas dives. He only has 1 play. It's at first base. The throw is not in time. And coming across the plate for the Lemurs is Juan Silverio. Now Kevin Hooper out of the dugout to argue with the first base umpire. The Lemurs score another run. It's now 6-4. And everybody moves up. And that should be an infield base hit for Abel Nieves. Close play over there at first base. But it goes the Lemurs' way. So Kevin Hooper arguing with the first base umpire. That first base umpire tonight is Trent Delmont. So Hooper quickly done with his conversation, and now the Lemurs starting to feel the vibe. So the bases are still loaded for Laredo and still nobody out. And a big opportunity here to try to tie up the game. Here's Kevin Taylor. I told you I'd get to the Major League scoreboard still. Go and try to fit that in here. Twins 6, Tigers nothing. They're in the bottom of the 4th. White Sox and A's are playing. White Sox are up 7-2. They're playing in Chicago. And the pitch to Taylor is a strike on the inner third of the plate. A fastball there to open things up against Taylor. Taylor reached earlier on an error by the pitcher. It was a ground ball back to the pitcher, and he threw the ball away. No balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. That one is low for a ball. Padres and Diamondbacks to play a little bit later. Rockies and Dodgers, same thing. So are the Angels and the Mariners. They'll play later, and so will the Giants and the Reds. So there's your Major League scoreboard for you. We got it all in that short amount of time. 1 ball and 1 strike. And Bo Shears fires away. It's a breaking ball swung on, lined into center field, right at Nick Van Stratton. He'll squeeze it. Tagging at third base and coming home is Phil Pohl for the Lemurs. He scores a run. The Lemurs have another one up on the board, and they're down now down 6-5. Everybody else stays pat. So Morrison stays at second. Abel Nieves stays at first. A sac fly there by Kevin Taylor. And the Lemurs still in comeback mode. And here's Dennis Phipps coming up to the plate. A lot of boos coming around when Dennis Phipps comes up to the plate. Remember earlier in the game, he took out Taylor Smart at second base pretty hard. So the Lemurs trail by a run. 3 runs in the inning here as a strike's thrown across the plate to Dennis Phipps to start off the at-bat. No balls and 1 strike. Well, Dennis Phipps is able to change the face of the game with 1 swing of the bat here. He's got the power. He hit 17 long balls during the regular season. The 0-1 pitch swung on and missed. No balls and 2 strikes now to Phipps. Travis Danker on deck if Phipps can get on base somehow. So Morrison's at second base. Nieves is at first. Bo Shears sets up by the chest. He checks second. He delivers. And that one swung and grounded over to the third baseman, Middlestat. Middlestat flips over to second base, and that's the only out they need. And that will do it. I don't think anybody realizes that. Oh, that is only 2 outs. Okay. Well, the Lemurs will live to play again. So Morrison moves up to third base on the play. And a 5-4 putout over at second base, and that's the second out of the inning, and Dennis Phipps reaches on the fielder's choice. So now Danker will bat with runners at the corners for Laredo. Well, they have 6-4 on the scoreboard out in the outfield. They have not put up the extra run for the Laredo Lemurs. They run the scoreboard out there. It's manually run, so it's run by hand. So someone actually has to go out there and change it. And the pitch to Danker. He sees a curveball that misses low and inside. So the bottom of the order, 7, 8, and 9, have all come in to score for Laredo. Martinez, Silverio, and Pohl. Then the next three guys all have driven in a run. Morrison, Nieves, and Taylor have all brought home a run. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. A strike on the outside corner. A fastball there from Bo Shears. Now Travis Danker with some pop in his bat. Always a threat at the plate. That's why Bo Shears trying to stay on the corners here against Travis Danker. Danker stands close to the plate down there, a little bit far in the batter's box. Or deep, I should say, as the next pitch is a slider, misses outside. Danker's back foot, his right foot, is on the back end of the batter's box line. So 2 balls and 1 strike. And the pitch. That one clips the outside corner just above the belt to Danker. Make it 2 balls and 2 strikes. The tying run for the Lemurs is at third base with 2 down. We're in the top of the 5th inning. We're having a dandy here. Still a long way to go in the ball game. Phipps runs. The pitch is low and outside, I believe, and Nestor thought he had called strike 3, so he decided not to throw. And Phipps steals second base. So that's going to run the count full now for the Laredo Lemurs batter Travis Danker. Well, now there's an open bag at first. They do not have to come into Danker. They can pitch to J.D. Pulfer instead. You know, Danker has the power. Here's the pitch, and that one swung on in. A broken back, ground ball over to the shortstop. Vargas will throw over to first base. It's in time to get the out. So it was a good pitch there. Bo Shears put it on the outside corner, and Danker had to go after it because it was a strike. So he ends up grounding out, and that's going to end the inning. But the Lemurs get right back into the ballgame. They trail by a run at 6-5 Wichita. Lemurs pick up 3 runs in the inning. They get 4 hits in the inning, and then leave 2 on. We're going to head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Lemurs down 6-5.
Core Business Solutions is a proud sponsor of Lemurs Baseball. Core Business Solutions services the 17 southernmost counties of Texas, as well as areas of northern Mexico. They offer a wide range of high-tech solutions for businesses and organizations. Make Core Business Solutions your solution today.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to people wondering L-I-T-E, that's how you spell light, which led to people thumbing through their dictionaries, which led to there's got to be a better way to look up words, which led to the invention of spell check, which led to better resumes, promotions, celebrations, and happy hour. Miller Lite, we invented light beer and happy hour. You're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Right now, when you sign up for a Gold's Gym membership, you'll get tons of extras completely free. Confidence, free. Compliments from your coworkers, free. And the desire to wear tiny bathing suits, you guessed it, free. You'll be stronger with extras, and you'll be stronger with Gold's Gym. Know your own strength. Tiny bathing suit not included.
In over 40 years, nobody's helped more families achieve the American dream of home ownership than Armadillo. In fact, Armadillo Homes has built more homes than all other builders combined. And there are reasons for this: integrity, responsibility, service, and of course, quality. So if you're thinking about making the greatest investment in your life, think of the one builder who's dedicated its entire life to helping the Laredo family. Think Armadillo Homes, armadillohomes.com. Go Lemurs.
All right, Harrison Kane coming up to the play for Wichita. This is how we're going to get started. Beckman's staying in the ball game now for Laredo. Lemurs trail 6-5 in the bottom of the 5th. Here's the pitch. That's a fastball on the outside corner for a strike. So it's going to be Kane, Vargas, and Smart coming up to the plate. 8 hits for Wichita, 6 hits for the Lemurs. 3 errors tonight for the Wingnuts. That's very unlike them. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and that one swung on and grounded foul. That goes and takes a couple of hops over by the stands, and we'll finally get into the stands. And a couple of young guys will go running after that one. So Harrison Kane in the ball game, he has struck out twice, both swinging tonight. And Beckman will throw the 0-2 pitch. That one is low for a ball. So we get 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Harrison Kane, the former Lemur. Kane played with the Lemurs back in 2013 and 2014. And the 1-2 delivery. That one is outside. While Kane was with the Laredo Lemurs the first season in 2013, he hit .327. Last year with the Lemurs, he hit .256. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Harrison Kane. And Beckman throws home, and that one is swung and a ground ball up the middle. Nieves dives for it. He smothers it, throws quickly over to first base, and Kane is out. Nicely done there by Bel Nieves, diving for the ball, getting up quickly and throwing over to first base. I don't even think he was on his feet completely. After he threw, he actually fell back down to the ground. So good play by the Lemurs second baseman, and now Leo Vargas coming up. Vargas has reached twice, and he has scored twice so far for Wichita today. He walked back in the second inning and singled back in the fourth. So he's been a little bit of a pain today. Lemurs trail 6-5. Here's the pitch to Vargas, and that one is airmailed all the way back to the wall. Beckman just had one get loose. I haven't seen him do that all season long. I think he just held on to it a little bit too long. 1 ball and no strikes. That one went by the batter, the catcher, the umpire, everybody, all the way back to the screen. The pitch swung on and missed. A good breaking ball there by Beckman. He comes right back and gets the ball in the inside corner of the plate to Leo Vargas. Now John Brebria is going to start the throw for the Laredo Lemurs, and it looks like Cody Kendall or BJ Hyatt's going to also start the throw. The 1-1. That one is low and inside. This is a little bit earlier for Brebria to get up and start moving. But like I said, you're going to see some strange things tonight. Anybody is available at any time. 2 balls and 1 strike. The situation will depict 2 throws. And the 2-1 pitch swung in a ground ball over to Pulfer. The shortstop cleans it up nicely. He'll throw over to first base, and there's another put out, 6-3. And there's 2 down. Taylor Smart, the batter.
Second baseman, number 5, Taylor Smart.
Taylor Smart laid down a sacrifice bunt back in the second inning. That moved Leo Vargas up to second base at the time. And later on, he came in to score, did Vargas, on a base hit by Taylor Oldham. So that Taylor Smart bunt worked, and then he lined out to the third baseman in his last at bat. So Smart's into the batter's box. 6-5 Wichita. We're in the bottom of the 5th. And the pitch. Fastball that misses high from Beckman. Beckman, a right-handed thrower, but he brings it sidearm. He's kind of got like a pitch that looks like when he's thrown out there, it's going elbow to wrist. Doesn't look like a whole lot of upper arm action. The pitch swung on and grounded foul. Looks like he brings his elbow into his waist and just slings the ball from his waist out. A lot of sidearm pitchers will have that full extension. You know, they'll throw that sidearm pitch with full extension out to the side and then bring it over the plate. Here comes the 1-1 delivery. And we'll watch the sidearm action here from Beckman. That one is outside for a ball. It's not quite as exaggerated as I tell you when he brings the elbow into the body, but he's not fully extended out towards third base with the arm. He's not getting the full whip out of it. Here's the 2-1 pitch, swung on and grounded over to Silverio. The third baseman backhands. He'll throw over to first base, and Beckman turns in a 1-2-3 inning. So we're through 5 here from Lawrence Dumont Stadium. The Lemurs trail 6-5. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball, playoff style.
Capital Care EMS, located at 1510 Kailan Norte Suite number 11, invites you to experience a new standard in medical transportation, servicing Laredo and all surrounding areas. Capital Care EMS provides transports to wound care treatments, HBO treatments, dialysis treatments, doctor's appointments, radiation treatments, chemotherapy treatments, and many more. From emergency medical transport to x-rays and lab work, our state-certified EMTs and paramedics are readily available 24 hours a day when you need them most. Capital Care EMS accepts most major medical insurances, including Medicare, Medicaid, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Aetna, and many more. Capital Care EMS is locally owned and operated. Call now for your free consultation. 956-712-8911. That's 956-712-8911. Capital Care EMS, creating a new standard in medical transportation. Capital Care EMS, the official ambulance of your Laredo Lemurs.
We all know we can accomplish more when we're ready. That's why I've chosen Texas A&M International University. I want a 4-year degree and the opportunities that it brings. TAMU has welcomed me and more than 7,000 students from around the world. TAMU empowers me to greatness, ignites my mind, and propels me to my future and my impact. Imagine the possibilities when you're powered by TAMU.
Register now for summer and fall. Visit tamu.edu and get powered.
Hey, ¿tienes algo que celebrar? ¿Que le salió el primer diente a tu hijo? ¿Que tu abuelita aprendió a tuitear? ¿Que cambiaste tu cheque? La respuesta es la misma. Pues un carnesazo. No importa lo que estés celebrando, lo que importa es que lo celebres. Pues con un carnesazo de H-E-B. En H-E-B encuentras gran variedad de cortes a precios bajos y de buena calidad. Carnesazo. Carne asada con ganas solo en H-E-B.
Daniel Bennett takes over on the mound for Wichita. So it was Alex Boshears. So Eddie Medina started, then Alex Boshears, and now coming up to take things over is Daniel Bennett. Daniel Bennett is the sidearm slinger for the Wichita Wingnuts. He throws the wiffle ball slider up there to the plate. So he's a little bit tough to hit for guys. And he'll be facing off against J.D. Pulfer, Drew Martinez, and Juan Silverio. We saw Martinez get a base hit off of him yesterday, so we'll see how things fare here today against Daniel Bennett. He's a tough customer at the plate. So away we go into the top of the 6th inning. Lemurs down 6-5. Here's the pitch to Pulfer. Pulfer takes a fastball in the inside corner out of the hand of Daniel Bennett. So both starters, Henry Garcia and Eddie Medina, are all done for the day. Lemurs are on their second pitcher of the day, and the Wichita Wingnuts are on their third. No balls and 1 strike. And the pitch swung on, and that one's off the end of the bat. It slowly rolls over by the Lemurs dugout. In fact, Henry Garcia will grab that baseball. So the starter in today's game for the Laredo Lemurs grabs that one. John Brebbia starting to heat it up down in the bullpen for Laredo. No balls and 2 strikes to J.D. Pulfer. Pulfer 0 for 2 in the game. And Daniel Bennett delivers, and that is a wiffle ball slider, swung on and missed. So Pulfer strikes out, and that'll be the first out in the inning, and that'll bring up Drew Martinez. Well, my theory yesterday was that lefties probably hit better against Daniel Bennett with that wiffle ball slider coming into the guys than going away from him. And Martinez was able to pick up a base hit against Daniel Bennett yesterday, so let's see what he does again today as he comes up to the plate. Bennett throws, and that one swung on, chopped up the middle, ranging for it. Vargas behind the bag at second. Does a 1-hopper over to first base, but it's not going to be in time. Well, that should be a hit, with Martinez grounding it up the middle. And it was a tough play there for Vargas. Vargas had to do a spin move and throw it over to first base. So coming up to the plate is going to be Juan Silverio now. The Lemurs have the tying run at first base. Lemurs down 6-5. So here's Silverio. Silverio on the day picked up a very important base hit for the Lemurs back in the 5th. He also came around to score a run for Laredo. And the pitch. That one is in the dirt. Nestor has it stay out in front of him as it tips off of his mitt. So they do indeed give Drew Martinez a single. Lemurs now on the day have 8 hits in the ballgame. Each side has 8 hits, in fact. Actually, make that 7 hits for the Lemurs. They have 8 hits up on the big board out in left center field, but I just counted. And it's only 7. Martinez runs. The pitch is outside. The throw down to second base is offline. So Martinez steals the bag. He moves into scoring position for Laredo. And the Lemurs have 2 stolen bases against the strong arm of John Nestor today. 2 balls and no strikes to Juan Silverio. Well, Silverio would come up with some big hits for the Lemurs throughout the season. He was always fun to watch with the runners in scoring position. You'd never know when he would pop one for a base hit or drive one deep and get a double or a home run out of it. 2 balls and no strikes. And the pitch swung on and missed. Actually, it was tipped down into the ground, so I didn't see the ball hit the ground. And then the umpire says, nope, that's a foul ball. Silverio, during the regular season, through 89 games for the Lemurs, had 13 home runs. He also had 57 RBIs for the club. Silverio was 17 years old when he started playing professionally in the Dominican Republic. 2 balls and 1 strike. Lemurs down 6-5. The tying run at second base. The pitch swung on and missed. There's the wiffle ball slider. Make it 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Silverio. Yeah, Silverio played with the White Sox organization, and he was there from 2008 through 2012. And he also played for the Reds for a short amount of time. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. It's low for a ball, so Silverio's going to run the count full. A 3-ball, 2-strike count. All the Lemurs up in the dugout. Not one guy sitting down right now for their team. Wingnuts in the same situation. Everybody up on the very top of the fence trying to watch this game. Here's the 3-2. Misses outside and low. Ball 4 to Silverio. He'll take a walk. And the Lemurs have runners at first and second, and here comes Phil Pohl, who's been doing well all series long for the Laredo Lemurs. So the Lemurs again, bullpen action starts up again for Wichita. They have Alex Sogard down there throwing right now. So Phil Pohl does not have a base hit yet today, but he's got some thump in that bat of his. During the season with the Lemurs, over a short time, he hit 3 home runs as he sees one miss here, misses high. He also had that grand slam home run in the first game of this series. And he's picked up a hit in every game, and he's got 2 hits in 3 of the games in the series. 1 ball and no strikes. The pitch. Outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Well, that should be the game plan for the Lemurs, is make Daniel Bennett throw strikes. The way the ball fades away from the plate, and it fades away from the right-handed batter, it's almost, got to fall out of the strike zone. Here's the 2-0. That one does hit the outside corner. So make it 2 balls and 1 strike. And that's not a bad idea if the Lemurs talked about that and said, hey, let's make this guy put the ball over the plate a couple of times before we get rip-roaring away. And the 2-1 swung on, hit high and deep into left field. This one is going to get here! A home run for Phil Pohl. The Lemurs have taken the lead. And there is the power of Phil Pohl. And once again, it's the bottom of the order for Laredo coming up huge. 6 runs have scored in the bottom of the order for the Laredo Lemurs. And the power of Phil Pohl comes through. The Lemurs are up by 2. It's now 8-6 Laredo. Martinez in from second, Silverio in from first base. Here's Ty Morrison showing bunt and fouling it off. And the Lemurs dugout is fired up. Well, I told you about his power. He's got some of it. And he shows it off right there. That one did not need any help from the wind. No balls and 1 strike to Ty Morrison. And the pitch. Low and away. So Daniel Bennett having a hard time here. And looks like Sogard's starting to warm up quicker, but the Lemurs have taken an 8-6 lead. Here's the pitch. That one is low and inside. So Lemurs trying to get another base runner. Of course, the Lemurs still have a lot of their bullpens guys left down there in the bullpen. The 2-1 pitch. Inside for a ball. Make it 3 balls and 1 strike. Ty Morrison on the day. He's got 2 hits to his credit already, so he's 2 for 3. He's also scored a run for the Lemurs. And the pitch. Called a strike. That one rubs the outside corner. So now it's a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And someone called the fire department. Says, Phil Pohl's hot. Get on over there. Got to put him out. So Morrison takes a quick timeout. Right back into the batter's box he goes. That's the 2nd home run for Phil Pohl in the series. And both of them have been big. Here's the pitch. Swung on a ground ball over to the right side. Taylor Smart up with it. He'll square up and throw over to first base. That'll be the 2nd out. Abel Nieves, the next batter for the Lemurs. Yeah, that first home run for Phil Pohl back on September 9th in this first game of the series was a grand slam that gave the Lemurs the lead. And this home run, a 3-run home run for Phil Pohl, gives the Lemurs the lead again. So as of right now, if I had to vote on an MVP for the series, I would definitely say it was Phil Pohl, as Abel Nieves takes the first pitch in there for a strike. 8-6 Laredo. And the delivery to Nieves is inside. And the Boo Birds here are getting a little restless for the Wichita Wingnuts. 1 ball and 1 strike. Nieves with 2 hits today. The next pitch, that touches the outside corner. Right below the belt of Abel. So make it 1 ball and 2 strikes. Daniel Bennett toes the third base side of the rubber. He's a big guy down there. He'll take a deep breath and throw home, and that is a wiffle ball slider that misses away. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Nieves. 2 outs in the inning. And now Nestor going through a set of signs for Bennett, and they decide on one. The pitch is swung on and fouled away. With everything that's touched by the Lemurs, you got the guys down in the dugout clapping away down there. A lot of the Lemurs, looks like they're ready to go, man. They're all moving around down there. A lot of action in the Lemurs dugout right now. Here's the 2-2, swung on a chopper over to the third baseman, Middlestap. He has it. He'll throw over to first base. It's in time to get the out, but the Lemurs strike big. A home run, and a 3-run homer at that by Phil Pohl to give the Lemurs the lead. They're up 8-6. We are going to the bottom of the 6th inning. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
Todos sabemos que podemos lograr más cuando estamos listos. Por eso, decidí matricularme en Texas A&M International University. Quiero un título universitario y las oportunidades que me brindará. TAMU me ha recibido a mí y a 7,000 estudiantes de todo el mundo. TAMU me impulsa a ser grande, enciende mi mente y hace mi corazón latir. Imagina las posibilidades cuando eres impulsado por TAMU.
Inscríbete ahora para verano y otoño. Visita tamu.edu y sé impulsado.
Sweating through another barn burner at your team's bar?
Sure am.
Wish you had some ice-cold refreshment?
You bet.
Then Coors Light may be right for you. Could result in meeting new people, epic fist bumps, epic forearm bumps, epic or chest bumps, touchdown dancing, breakdancing, line dancing, dancing like nobody's watching, awesome refreshment for the win, and one-of-a-kind Rocky Mountain Cold refreshment. Ask your bartender for Coors Light today.
Definitely.
When cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost-brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. With great beer comes great responsibility.
Right now, you could be working towards an exciting new career in business administration. At Catholic College Laredo, you'll have the chance to gain professional skills and hands-on training. Earning a business degree could open the door to new career opportunities in fields such as accounting, human resources, banking, and marketing. Start on the path to your new career at Kaplan College. Call 800-617-0800. Right now, you could be working towards an exciting new career in business administration. At Kaplan College Laredo, you'll have the chance to gain professional skills and hands-on training. Earning a business degree could open the door to new career opportunities in fields such as accounting, human resources, banking, and marketing. Start on the path to your new career at Kaplan College. Call 800-617-0800.
Kaplan College does not guarantee employment or career advancement. Information about programs at www.kaplancollege.com/consumer-info.
Today at Whataburger, we're cooking the Honey Mustard Water Chicken Club. The chicken is hot and fresh. It's got melted Monterey Jack cheese topped with lettuce, tomato, bacon, and then the honey mustard adds a nice sweet flavor to it.
All the flavors come together just perfect. I mean, not only do I want to eat it, but I keep wanting to look at it.
The crunchiness of the bacon adds a really nice texture.
Honey mustard and chicken just go together. You know, sweet and savory, it's a perfect mix.
Try the new Honey Mustard Water Chicken Club.
Only at Whataburger for a limited time.
Leading off for the Wingnuts, the center fielder, number 9.
All right, Nick Van Stratton's going to start it off for Wichita as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. The Lemurs have taken an 8-6 lead. It was a 3-run home run by Phil Pohl that has put them up. So away we go. Nick Van Stratton, the batter. He's got 2 hits. He's 2 for 3 in the game. And look who's on the mound. John Burbria will rock and fire for the Lemurs. He throws a fastball that misses inside. So the Lemurs going to their closer early on in the ball game. 1 ball and no strikes, and Burbria might go the distance here if he can stay strong. The pitch is high for a ball, so we might see Burbria put in a little overtime here tonight. Burbria on the season put up a record of 7 wins and 2 losses. He put up a .97 ERA for the Laredo Lemurs, and he'll fire away here, and that pitch misses somewhere. Gonna guess high there. It was right down the middle of the plate. So 3 balls and no strikes to Van Stratton. Lemurs up 8-6. And the pitch. That one is a strike on the outside corner, right at the belt to Van Stratton. Yeah, Burbria pitched in 51 games. That was good for 3rd in the league in appearances. He saved 19 games on the year. Here's the 3-1. A strike as well in the outer third of the plate. Another fastball. So Burbria was 5th in the league in saves with those 19. He threw in 64 in the 3rd inning, struck out 79 batters over that time. Here comes the 3-2 pitch to Van Stratton. And Van Stratton swings and pops it up back here. Gets a little bit over to our right. One of my favorite things that Burbria did all season long was up in Sioux Falls. The Lemurs played a doubleheader. And Burbria closed out each game. So the Lemurs played 2 7-inning games, and Burbria got the save on each side of it. The 3-2 pitch swung on and a soft liner over to the second baseman, Nieves. He'll snag at the ball and make the catch. That'll be a soft line out for Van Stratton. 1 down, and Taylor Oldham coming up to the plate. Burbria this year against Wichita, he's put up a record of 1 win and no losses. A .87 ERA, so his ERA has been a little bit lower against Wichita than it was during the regular season. I mean, just a couple of percentage points different. He pitched in 7 regular season games against the Wingnuts. So Burbria now going to step off the back of the rubber and wipe his brow. Taylor Oldham, the batter, he's 1 for 3 today. He picked up a base hit back in the 2nd. He also drove in a run there. Lemurs up 8-6. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed. Oldham almost came out of his shoes there. Wichita put up 3 runs in the 1st. They grabbed a run in the 2nd and 2 in the 4th inning. Lemurs got 2 in the 1st, 3 in the 5th, and 3 more in the 6th inning. So that's where we sit right now. A 8-6 game in favor of Laredo. The pitch, a fastball, low and outside. 9 hits for the Lemurs, 8 hits for the Wichita Wingnuts. And Burbria works out of the full windup. He kicks and throws, and that's a fastball, misses low. Burbrio was drafted by the New York Yankees in the 30th round back in 2011. He was drafted out of Elon University in North Carolina. He's a right-handed pitcher, pitched 3 seasons with the Yankees. He reached up to Class A Tampa, the Tampa Yankees. Here comes the 2-1. Swung on and missed. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Burbrio spent 2014 with the Sioux Falls Canaries of the American Association. Went 3-2 with a 3.31 ERA last year in 34 appearances. He also made 5 starts for the Canaries. So 2 balls and 2 strikes for Burbrio. Throwing to Taylor Oldham. 1 out in the inning. Lemurs would love a quick inning here. And the 2-2 pitch. Swung and a liner foul over into the stands. It gets up there quickly. Look out. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, the Sioux City Explorers are heading south. They've already started to drive. Here's the 2-2. That one is outside for a ball. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Sioux City is either going to stop here in Wichita or they're going to keep on going down to Laredo. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Taylor Oldham strikes out. That'll be the 2nd out of the inning. I don't know how far it is from Sioux City down to Wichita. I've heard it's anywhere from 6 to 8 hours to get down here just from Sioux City, and then you have to travel all the way down to Laredo. And the Lemurs have made that trip already this year, Sioux City to Laredo. We played 4 games in Sioux City earlier in the season. We actually went from Laredo to Sioux City, played 4 games, and we're right back to Laredo. So the Lemurs know that trip well. Here's Brent Cleveland. He'll see a fastball clip the outside corner, right below the belt. No balls and a strike. Lemurs up 8-6. This is the 5th game of a 5-game series. The winner of this will move on to the American Association Championship Series. And the 0-1 swung on and fouled back. So quickly, no balls and 2 strikes to Brent Cleveland. Well, if you're in Laredo, and if the Lemurs make it, I hope you get your tickets and come on out. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. High for a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lemurs fans, or the Laredo Lemurs themselves, would love to have more fans in the stands during the playoffs and have them support the Laredo Lemurs. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Missed some plays. Burbrio starts walking off of the mound. And a lot of the guys started walking off the field. They thought they had strike 3 right there. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Brent Cleveland. And Burbrio throws home, and that one is low and outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And now you have to come into the big guy, Brent Cleveland. Cleveland doubled and picked up an RBI back in the 1st inning. He also came around to score on the Andy LaRoche home run. And the 3-2 pitch, swung on and chopped up to the shortstop. Pulfer will grab it on a nice hop. He'll fling it over to first base, and it's in time to get the out. So it's a 1-2-3 inning turned in by Burbrio. We're going to head to the top of the 7th. The Lemurs are winning 8-6. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball, playoff style.
3, 2, 1. Number 1. That's Laredo's #1 Chevy dealer. Family Chevrolet turns the best day ever into the best month ever. 15% off. Not good enough, but 25% off. Now that makes it the best month ever. With over 600 vehicles available, makes it the best pricing ever. 2015 Equinox, 2015 Traverse. Not 15, but 25% off. And the best financing rates for the best month ever. 1.9 interest. Family Chevrolet of Laredo.com. Come see why the deals are always better at Family Chevrolet. Family Chevrolet is the #1 volume Chevy dealer for a reason. Every customer rides during our spring cleaning closeout sale with massive price cuts on 600 Chevys. New 2015 Chevy Cruze. How about 25% off MSRP? Wow, that's huge. Or only $199 a month. New 2015 Malibu for only $269 a month. Or 25% off MSRP. Plus 2 years free maintenance and a 100,000-mile warranty. It's a spring cleaning closeout sale happening now at the #1 volume Chevy dealer. Come see why the deals are always better at Family Chevrolet.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to fewer guys with beer bellies, which led to more women attracted to those guys, which led to dates, second dates, wedding bells, and honeymoons, which led to hubbada, boom, which led to you. Miller Lite, we invented light beer, and you're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
South Texas families never strike out with Driscoll Health Plan. Catch the value-added services we pitch to our Medicaid members. Enjoy a free membership to specific boys and girls clubs. Receive gift cards for completing Texas healthcare checkups. Restrictions and limitations may apply. Visit us at DriscollHealthPlan.com.
We'd like to imagine that if you're listening to this, it's on a radio in a backyard in between innings. The grass was mowed this morning, and the grill smells like heaven. And what do you know? Your friends just arrived with a 24-pack of Miller Lite, along with a few new friends to enjoy them with. Here's hoping we're right, and you're not just stuck in traffic. Here's hoping it's Miller time.
Great beer, great responsibility. 2015 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
All right, new pitcher in for Wichita. John Link takes over on the mound. John Link started the second game of the series against the Lemurs. So they're going to see him throw. There was thought that John Link might be going today as the starting pitcher. Here's Kevin Taylor. Lemurs up 8-6. And Taylor swings and fouls the first pitch off and hit a window over there off to the left. And it sounded like it shattered. Huh. I know they put new windows in here, and I don't know if they're break-proof or not. Or shatter-proof. No balls and one strike. I didn't see any glass falling, though. Hopefully everyone's okay. So Link out of the stretch. He'll deal. That pitch is swung, and that's fouled back. So John Link, during the regular season, put up a record of 6 wins and no losses, a 1.88 ERA. He pitched in 9 games, all starts for Wichita. He threw in 47 and 2/3 innings, struck out 46 batters, walked 12, and gave up 34 base hits. He pitched in 3 games against Laredo this season. The 0-2 misses outside. So he pitched in 3 games during the regular season and 1 playoff game against the Lemurs. During the regular season, he went 1-0 against Laredo with a 4.15 ERA. So Link looks in, gets the sign as he's bent at the waist. He shakes yes. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Kevin Taylor. Taylor looking for his first hit of the game. He swings here and swings through it. That's strike 3. And there's 1 out, and Dennis Phipps is the next batter. Link in that game against the Laredo Lemurs on September 10th in that second game of the playoff series. Took the loss. He ended up going 7 innings, giving up 4 runs on 3 hits. He gave up 4 he gave up 4 runs. 3 of them were earned, I should say, on 9 hits. Here's Dennis Phipps into the batter's box for Laredo. 1 out, top of 7. And the pitch from Link is outside for a ball. A fastball there from Link. Link pitched with Wichita in 2014 and in 2013. Last year he put up an 11-2 record, and he had a 3.26 ERA. He fared very well at home this season, but it was only over 3 games. The pitch, that one hits the outer third of the plate for a strike. And he went 2-0 here at this ballpark and had a 1.93 ERA over 3 starts. But remember, he only pitched in 9 total games against Wichita for the season. So Link delivers. That's a fastball swung on and fouled back up and over the ballpark.
A foul ball courtesy of Dingers Roofing and Construction. Call them at 202-2066 to schedule your free estimate today. Dingers Roofing and Construction, your home team.
Lemurs up 8-6. John Link spent a short amount of time in Major League Baseball. He pitched in 9 games for the Dodgers. He was 26 years old at the time. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And Phipps checked his swing, and on it was a slider. And he was able to hold up, says the first base umpire, as they go ahead and appeal that one. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, Link has been all over minor league baseball. Started playing in the minor leagues back in 2005 at the age of 21. He's currently 31 years old. And he played with New Orleans this year in the Pacific Coast League, AAA ball. Pitch for them out of the bullpen. The 1-2. Swung on and a pop-up on the infield. Nestor with a chance to grab this one. Phipps takes off. Nestor will squeeze it in foul territory over by the left-handed batter's box. So 2 down for the Lemurs. Travis Dinker coming up to the plate. Lemurs up 8-6. I mean, they would love to put some more runs up on the board, but as long as they play defense and keep Wichita off of the board, they can win this thing and move on to the championship round. I have a funny feeling the Lemurs plan on sticking with Brebria. Not a bad idea if he can keep going. Why not? Here's the pitch to Denker. Swung on and fouled away off to the right. That gets up and into the light standard over to the right side. Yeah, Link throughout minor league baseball pitched for the Padres. That's where he got started. He also pitched in the White Sox organization, Dodgers organization, Baltimore, Miami, and Detroit. So he's been around minor league baseball a little bit. Been in a couple of different leagues, a bunch of different levels. And the 0-1 delivery misses low. So he's played at high A ball, double A ball, triple A ball. Most of his games coming at the triple A level. So he's pitched 193 games at triple A. 1 ball and 1 strike, so he's got some good travel under his belt. Here's the pitch to Denker. That one swung on and grounded foul up the third baseline. Well, Phil Pohl's home run is hanging heavy right now for the Laredo Lemurs. It has given them a 2-run lead in the ball game. That came back in the 6th inning, the top of the 6th. And it's been the bottom of the order here for Laredo. 6 runs have come out of the bottom of the order today. So nice job there by 7, 8, and 9. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Wind still blowing very hard out to left field. And the 1-2 pitch. Swung and a line drive into right field. That is going to be a fair ball. It's going to go all the way down and get into the bullpen for the Laredo Lemurs. Denker's going to second base. He's going to go ahead and pull up there. He rounded the bag at second, but once the ball got to Taylor Smart, he put on the brakes. So Denker with his first hit of the game, that's a double. And J.D. Pulfer will be the next batter. So Pulfer's still searching for his first hit of the game. He's 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. And it'll be a big time for him to come up with a base hit right now if he can drive in Denker with 2 down. If the Lemurs are able to lock down the win and move on to the championship round, the first game will be on Wednesday at 7:30 in Laredo. If Wichita comes back to win, they'll have the first game here at 6:05. The pitch swung on and fouled back. That gets over to our right, and everyone's okay. That did hit the window pretty flushly, and in fact, it did not break the window, so I guess they are shatterproof. When we left here earlier in the season, I was told new windows were going to be put in, and when we got back here for the playoffs, there was new windows put in. And you can actually see through these windows. The other windows you can hardly see through. They somehow had grayed over time. No balls and 1 strike. Here's the delivery. Swung on, and that's fouled back. Right underneath us. So no balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs in the inning. Denker standing out there at second base. Not that we keep the windows closed in here during the broadcast. It's a lot easier to enjoy the game here in Wichita with the windows open. Back at home, I keep the windows closed. It's so hot back in Laredo. And I got the nice air-conditioned booth, so I don't want to let any of that nice cool air out. Here's the pitch. It misses low and outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And when we're in Laredo, the wind blows right into the window. So if you open up that window, whoosh, there goes your hair. It gets blown straight back if you're lucky enough to have any. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 outs in the inning. 10 hits for the Lemurs, 8 hits for the Wingnuts. Wingnuts have made 3 errors today. And Link throws the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, and there's another foul ball up and over to our right. J.D. Pulfer giving us some foul balls over here. He's peppering the press box right now. That's going to get me out of my seat. I'm going to have to play a little defense here. This place is usually the scariest place to broadcast from. I've had many baseballs actually come into this broadcast booth and wing by my head over the 4 years that we've been coming here. So it can be a little scary, even though it's a great seat. It's a little scary. The 1-2, that one is low and outside. Not once have I brought a mitt to the ballpark here in Wichita, but I have thought about it many times, just for protection alone. Wouldn't be a bad idea to come on up to Wichita next year and have a baseball mitt with me just to make sure I can protect myself while I'm in the broadcast booth. Last year we were here for the playoffs, and one of the balls came back so hard it actually left a big dent in the wall. Here's the 2-2 pitch, swung on, and a pop-up foul over to the right side. So that will get up and over the ballpark. So J.D. Pulfer hanging tight down there, looking for his first hit. And it could be a big one here. If he can drive in Denker, that'd be huge. Drew Martinez is on deck for the Lemurs. So Pulfer ready to go again. John Link staring down John Nestor. And the 2-2 pitch. Inside for a ball. That was a fastball there. Makes it 3 balls and 2 strikes. So 3-2 with 2 outs. So Pulfer will be ready to go here on anything close. Link comes set. Danker's running. The pitch is popped up and shallow right field. Taylor Smart broke out. Now he's going to come back in on the infield. He'll make the catch, and that does it for Laredo. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 1 left. We are going to go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Lemurs up 8-6. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball.
You want to sit in a car for 7 hours, risk a flat tire, traffic, or highway construction delays? Fly direct from Laredo International Airport to Dallas-Fort Worth on American Airlines. From Dallas, you can change planes and take a flight to Tokyo, London, or even Rio de Janeiro. With 4 daily arrivals and departures, American Airlines is sure to have a connection that works best for you. So avoid spending hours in the car or risk an accident on the highway or even a flat tire. Fly in comfort from Laredo International Airport. Visit AA.com for details and to book a reservation.
Crowd at the bar making you sweat?
Uh-huh.
Could you use some ice-cold refreshment?
You bet.
Then Coors Light may be right for you. Could result in epic nights, maximum refreshment, great times, awesome memories, high fives, smiles, Rocky Mountain refreshment, Blue Mountain refreshment, quadruple epic refreshment, killer parties, and totally refreshed killer parties. Ask your bartender for Coors Light today.
Definitely.
When cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. With great beer comes great responsibility.
Texas Inflatable Rentals has Laredo's largest water slides. We're proud to say that we serve the greater Laredo area and supply slip sliding fun for kids of all ages. Texas Inflatable Rentals has a huge selection of inflatables for every budget. And to add to the party, we rent tables, chairs, snow cone machines, popcorn machines, and cotton candy machines that will help take your party to the next level. We also have moonwalks and bounce houses. Contact Texas Inflatable Rentals at 956-436-3909 or at texasinflatablerentals.com and book with the coupon code LEMURS for a 10% discount. That's Texas Inflatable Rentals, Laredo's largest water slides. Looking to travel this summer? If the year-round flights to Las Vegas aren't fit for you, take advantage of Allegiant's direct flights from Laredo International Airport to Orlando. For as low as $119 round trip, you and your family can be in Orlando in 2.5 hours. Fly in comfort from your Laredo International Airport. Visit Allegiant.com for details and specials.
All right, so it's going to be Andy LaRoche leading things off for Wichita. Lemurs up 8-6, bottom of the 7th inning. We just stretched here at the ballpark. Hope you did too at home as the fastball misses outside. Brebria staying in the game for Laredo. Here it's LaRoche, Middlestad, and Nestor coming up to the plate. Wind still blowing out to left field here at the ballpark. So now with the 7th inning under our belt here, I told you earlier I wanted to get to some of the state in baseball history stuff as the fastball misses. 2 balls and no strikes now to LaRoche. So on this date in baseball history, back in 1986, let's go and get back into our time machine here. Go back all the way to 1986. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Fastball in the inside corner for a strike. Bob Brenly, usually a catcher, ties a major league record by making 4 errors in 1 inning playing third base. The Giants infielder makes amends by hitting 2 homers in the game, including a 9th inning game as this pitch is swung and fouled off. He had a 9th inning game winner that gives the team, the San Francisco Giants, a 7-6 walk-off victory over the Atlanta Braves at Candlestick Park. What an amazing game that was, huh? He makes 4 errors in 1 inning, hits 2 home runs, and 1's a walk-off. Of course, you might know Bob Brenly. He was the manager for the Arizona Diamondbacks, broadcaster for the Cubs, did some national work as well. The 2-2 pitch, swung on and a ground ball over to the left side. Pulver with the backhand from the short grass in left field. A strong throw, and it's in time to get the out. Nicely done there by Pulver. So that silences Andy LaRoche for the first time today. He had 3 hits coming into that at bat. He also has 4 RBIs today. Here's TJ Middlestat. Lemurs up 8-6. So that was a fun one, right? On this date in baseball history. Now we'll stay in that same year, 1986. And this one hits a little close to where we're at right now. At Royals Stadium, go ahead and leave that hanging for a bit. Here's the pitch. And Middlestat sees a strike on the outside corner. Yeah, Royal Stadium, Kansas City rookie outfielder Bo Jackson hits his first major league home run. I don't know if you're old enough to remember Bo Jackson, but he was tremendous. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. No balls and 2 strikes. Probably one of the most gifted athletes I've ever seen. He hit the ball 475 feet. And he was also an NFL running back, remember that? So he was playing for Kansas City and playing for the Oakland Raiders at the same time. Here comes the 0-2. Swung on and a pop-up over to the left side. That gets out of play. So he was a big 2-sport athlete. He was also an all-star for the Kansas City Royals at one point. And he had a home run in the first at bat down in Anaheim in the All-Star game against Rick Russell. No balls and 2 strikes. But Bo Jackson fell to an injury in football. The 0-2 pitch swung on and fouled away, and all of his promise went down the drain. So no balls and 2 strikes, so it would have been fun to see Bo Jackson play his full career without any big injuries. I think ESPN does a nice, is it a 30 for 30 on him or one of their 60-minute segments that they have? Here comes the 0-2 pitch. That one is low and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lemurs up 8-6. But if you could ever run into that while you're watching ESPN one day and you see the Bo Jackson story on there, it's really a good watch. I've actually watched it a couple of times. Here comes the 1-2 delivery. Swung on and popped up. That'll get up and out of play. That actually might be on YouTube if you want to watch it on your own. Probably just go to YouTube and type in Bo Jackson. So we're going to fast forward a year, go to 1987. The Blue Jays blast a major league record, 10 home runs on this date back in 1987. They rout the Orioles 18-3. And the pitch swung on and a fly ball, hit well out to left center field. Martinez is on the run. He'll get there and make the catch. 2 outs in the inning. We're in the bottom of the 7th. Lemurs up 8-6, and that's going to bring up John Nestor. Yeah, the Blue Jays were playing at Exhibition Stadium. Ernie Witt hit a home run. He went deep 3 times. Rance Molinix? I never heard of that one. Rance Molinix. George Bell. He had a pair of home runs. Lloyd Mosby had a home run. Rob Ducey and Fred McGriff. They each went deep. Mike Hardars also added one. Here's the pitch. That one is in there for a strike to John Nestor. Nestor 0 for 3 on the day. So the total of the home runs was 11, but the record was 10 home runs. Here's the pitch. Swung on and a little pop-up over to the right side. That's going to get fouled. No balls and 2 strikes to John Nestor. Lemurs up 8-6. With a win, the Lemurs advanced to the American Association Championship Series for the first time. So no balls and 2 strikes. Burbia spins and throws home, and that one is a little bit high for a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. On this date back in 1990, Mariner Ken Griffey Jr. and his dad played baseball and they each hit home runs today. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That's called strike 3. Wingnuts go down in order. That's the third straight time that the Lemurs have retired the Wingnuts in order. The Lemurs have an 8-6 lead. We are going to head to the top of the 8th inning. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball. Texas Outlaw Grill is a proud sponsor of your Laredo Lemurs, specializing in outlaw delicacies such as the Texican, the Gringo, and the Bandit hot dog and their ever-famous barbecue burger. Be the first to try their groundbreaking Cabrito hamburger and Cabrito hot dog. For all to-go orders, catering, and fundraising information, go by 5209 Springfield Suite number 4 or call 956-771-1919. That's Texas Outlaw Grill.
Welcome to Whataburger. Today we're cooking the sweet and spicy bacon burger.
Wow, it's beautiful.
2 beef patties, American cheese, Monterey Jack cheese, bacon, grilled onions, the sweet and spicy pepper sauce.
Sweet in the front and then the spicy in the back. I like it. I like it a lot.
It's like a perfect balance, and then that bacon right there, it adds crunchiness.
I'd get back in line and get another one, I'll tell you that much.
Sweet spicy bacon burger. Come down to Whataburger. It's only here for a limited time.
Driscoll Health Plan loads the bases with value. We knock it out of the park with all the value-added services we bring to our Medicaid members. Driscoll families cheer on the Grand Slam packages, sports physicals, free memberships to Boys and Girls Clubs, and dental care for pregnant women over 21. Take a swing at our baby showers offered by Cadena de Madre. Forget those peanuts and Cracker Jacks, root for our baby blankets and more. Come slide into home when you receive gift cards for completing Texas Health Steps checkups and attending postpartum visits on time. Don't miss a play. Restrictions and limits may apply. Visit DriscollHealthPlan.com. There's a reason why Popeyes creates some of the best tasting chicken in the world. We were born in New Orleans, Louisiana, the land of good fun and great cooking. Spicy flavor is a way of life in New Orleans, and everything we make reflects it. From our Popeyes bona fide chicken and handcrafted tenders to our home-style mashed potatoes with Cajun gravy and our soft, buttery biscuits, everything we make is made with care and served up fresh. Only at Popeyes.
This summer, Allegiant will increase to 4 weekly flights to Las Vegas, Nevada. If gambling in Vegas isn't your thing, Allegiant is also increasing to 2 weekly flights to Orlando. Enjoy the Disney theme parks, Legoland, Universal Studios, SeaWorld, and the Kennedy Space Center. Flying comfort from your Laredo International Airport. Visit Allegiant.com for details and specials.
Drew Martinez.
All right, so we go to the 8th inning here. Drew Martinez is coming up to the plate. A new pitcher in for the Wichita Wingnuts. And his name is Derek Idle. No relation to Billy Idle, by the way. It's spelled totally different. And the pitch to Martinez. He swings and fouls it back. Derek Idle spells his last name E-I-T-E-L. Billy Idle spells his last name I-D-O-L. Just so you know. Lemurs up 8-6 here. In an exciting ball game, a back-and-forth tussle between the two teams so far. The 0-1 pitch, swung in a liner right to Andy LaRoche at first base. He grabs it and puts it away. So Martinez lines out. Martinez with 2 hits in the game. He's also scored 2 runs for the Laredo Lemurs. He hit the ball hard right there. Here comes Juan Silverio now for Laredo, and it's been the bottom of the order that's done a lot of the damage. 6 runs coming out of the bottom of the order for Laredo. Phil Pohl with the big 3-run home run in the 6th. And the pitch. That's a changeup that is on the inside corner for a strike. Silverio twirls the bat around a little bit. And the pitch, a slider away. So for Derek Idle, this is going to be his 3rd appearance of the series. During the regular season, he only pitched a short time with the Wingnuts, only made 3 appearances, so he's actually equaling his regular season appearances tonight with his playoff appearances. Here's a ground ball over to the 3rd baseman. Middlestat has it. He'll throw over to first base, and that'll be a 5-3 putout. So 2 down. And here comes Phil Pohl, the powerful Phil Pohl coming up to the plate for the Laredo Lemurs. He has made a nice impact for this team. Since joining the Laredo Lemurs, he's shown some pop. He's shown some good play behind the plate. Definitely has been a solid add by manager Pete Incaviglia. Here's the pitch. He swings here and bloops one out to shallow right center. It'll be a trio of Wingnuts watching this one drop. The center fielder, the right fielder, and the second baseman all going out there and watching that one drop in between all of them. So that'll be a single here for Pohl, his second hit of the day. So he goes from power hitting Pohl to the little dunk hitting Pohl out there in right center, but he'll take it. And here comes Ty Morrison with 2 outs. So Morrison on the day, he has picked up 2 hits. He's 2 for 4. He's also scored a run and driven in a run for Laredo. And the pitch to Morrison, he looks at that one. It's a strike on the outside part of the plate. Morrison with an open stance from the left side of the batter's box. He's got a lot of weight on his back leg. Here's the pitch. And he watches that one go by as well. He checked his swing, but it wasn't a check swing where he went around by any means. No balls and 2 strikes, so that one was called on the pitch. Phil Pohl extends his lead from first base. And the pitcher delivers. That one is swung on and missed. It was in the dirt. Nestor will throw down to first base to complete the out. And Morrison strikes out, and that's going to do it for Laredo. The bottom of the 8th is coming up. It's 8-6 Lemurs. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.
For all of your vehicle collision repair and paint needs, there's only one place to turn, Mike's Paint Place. Mike's Paint Place has computerized color matching and digital imaging. They also do full frame and suspension repairs. Stop by and see Mike's Paint Place today at 6410 Polaris Drive in Laredo.
Uni-Trade continues to provide solutions in foreign trade through a highly satisfactory customs brokerage service. Uni-Trade has quality trained personnel devoted to the highest level of customer service. For all your transportation, distribution, and consolidation needs, it's Uni-Trade. Chavarrias Plumbing's the #1 choice for any plumbing problem. Chavarrias is a full-service company with up-to-date technology trained professionals. With over 30 years of service to the community, Chavarrias is still growing strong. Visit chavarriasplumbing.com and go Lemurs!
Breakfast speaks for itself here at Whataburger. It's going to be hot, it's going to be fresh.
It's almost like when you were a kid and you wake up in the morning, you can smell mom cooking breakfast.
I like their hash browns.
My favorite is the honey butter chicken biscuit. I like the taquitos.
We have some fresh cracked eggs here.
I like these pancakes because they're fluffy.
I really like the fact that you can get into Whataburger real fast and bring it on the go.
We're cooking breakfast for you at Whataburger.
Tokyo Garden of Laredo is located at 2515 East Del Mar Boulevard, and they serve the best sushi in town. Stop by Tokyo Garden for a quick lunch or a fancy dinner. Either way, you're going to enjoy our fine cuisine. Did you just get off work? Then come on by and check out our happy hour specials. Tokyo Garden, well, you'll find the best sushi in Laredo.
Falcon Bank and the Laredo Lemurs are a winning combination. At Falcon, they know what counts. Personalized service, attention to detail, and genuine commitment to helping customers achieve their dreams. Falcon Bank, guided by faith, grounded by family, and committed to you.
All right, well, the plan is to stick with John Burberry here again, and can't blame manager Pete Incaviglia for that. And here comes Harrison Kane to the plate. So Burberry is going to face off against Kane, Vargas, and Smart. Lemurs up 8-6 in the game. The Lemurs have to get 6 more outs against the Wichita Wingnuts, with allowing them to score 2 or 3 more runs in the game. Here comes the pitch from Burberry. And that is a fastball right down the middle of the plate to Harrison Kane. So Kane takes a strike. Kane 0 for 3 in this one after having a hot series up until today. And the 0-1 pitch. That one is low and outside. 1 ball and 1 strike to Harrison Kane. I feel weird not being able to give you scores from around the league. I usually, will look and keep looking and see if there's anything interesting going on as Kane goes around on a swing where he really wasn't committed to. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Just kind of odd being out of the routine, You change things up on me. But this is the only game in town tonight, and that's a good thing. That means the Lemurs are deep into the playoffs. The pitch swung on and missed. Kane swings and misses at a high fastball. Burbria gets the first out here. Burbria started pitching for the Laredo Lemurs back in the 6th inning, so he pitched through the 6th, pitched through the 7th, and now trying to work through the 8th inning. So let's see if he can keep mowing down Wingnuts. Leo Vargas into the batter's box. And the pitch. A strike on the outside corner to Vargas. Vargas has scored twice. He walked back in the second and came around to score. And then he singled and came home to score in the fourth inning. Yes, he singled and walked, all in the same at bat. He grounds one here to Pulfer. Pulfer with the backhand. He'll stutter step over to first base, and he'll make the play. It's a 6-3 putout. 2 down. Taylor Smart, the next batter.
Taylor Smart.
Brebria pitching in the bottom of the 8th inning. He's working on the 4-inning save here, I think. The 4-inning save. That's some good work right there if he can get it. Tell you what, if he can go out and pitch in a 4-inning save, that's a handy guy to have around, and that's what I believe he's going to be going for here. I can't imagine manager Pete Cavey is going to go ahead and go with a new pitcher in the 9th inning. Here's the pitch. Swung on and a foul ball up and over our heads again. We've been getting peppered up here so far today. Luckily, nothing has come into my booth, though. We have been saved so far from foul balls in the booth. But, just in case, I have Twiggy and Mo with me. Have you guys met Twiggy and Mo? There's Twiggy. Hi, Twiggy. And there's Mo. There's Mo. Hi, Mo. They travel with me everywhere I go. The 0-1 pitch, and there it goes. Right by me. So I almost got pegged. Baseball into the booth. There it is. There's my American Association baseball fans. No balls and 2 strikes. So we'll keep that one and go ahead and if the Lemurs go on and win this thing, we'll have them sign it. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yep, we'll have the guys sign the baseball for us here and take it around for everybody. Lemurs up 8-6 right here, and that one just winged by my computer, the 1-2 pitch, and that one swung on and fouled away. I told you, they get up here quick, man, and that one got up here very fast. I ducked, and, it did put a hole in the wall. Wow. So I'll get a picture of that as well, and we'll tweet it out for you and show the damage that is done by the baseballs. It missed my computer literally by 6 inches. And I'm glad it didn't hit my computer because I can't afford a new one. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the pitch swung on and missed. Strike 3. So that's going to do it for the Wingnuts here in the 8th inning. They go down in order at the hands of John Brebria. We will head to the top of the 9th. If you want to take a look at this picture, I'm going to post it on the Lemurs Twitter page right now. It's at L Lemurs Baseball. At L Lemurs Baseball. If you're not following us on Twitter, you should, and you can find it right there. I'll go and take the picture and post it here in just a second. Lemurs up 8-6.
Core Business Solutions is a proud sponsor of Lemurs Baseball. Core Business Solutions services the 17 southernmost counties of Texas as well as areas of northern Mexico. They offer a wide range of high-tech solutions for businesses and organizations. Make Core Business Solutions your solution today.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to people wondering L-I-T-E, that's how you spell light, which led to people thumbing through their dictionaries, which led to there's got to be a better way to look up words, which led to the invention of spell check, which led to better resumes, promotions, celebrations, and happy hour. Miller Lite, we invented light beer and happy hour. You're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Right now, when you sign up for a Gold's Gym membership, you'll get tons of extras completely free. Confidence, free. Compliments from your coworkers, free. And the desire to wear tiny bathing suits, you guessed it, free. You'll be stronger with extras, and you'll be stronger with Gold's Gym. Know your own strength. Tiny bathing suit not included.
In over 40 years, nobody's helped more families achieve the American dream of home ownership than Armadillo. In fact, Armadillo Homes has built more homes than all other builders combined. And there are reasons for this: integrity, responsibility, service, and of course, quality. So if you're thinking about making the greatest investment in your life, think of the one builder who's dedicated its entire life to helping the Laredo family. Think Armadillo Homes, armadillohomes.com. Go Lemurs.
Pro Mega Signs of Laredo is there for all of your printing and signage needs. We can be found at 1615 Jackman Road in Laredo, or you can reach us by phone at 956-723-2110. Again, that's 956-723-2110. If you need a sign, big or small, come to Pro Mega Signs of Laredo, where your print job is just around the corner.
Capital Care EMS, located at 1510 Calle Norte, Suite number 11, invites you to experience a new standard in medical transportation.
Second baseman number 14, Abel Nieves.
All right, Abel Nieves is going to start it off for the Lemurs as we go to the top of the ninth inning. The Lemurs need 3 outs on the defensive end to play for the American Association Championship. Here we go. The Lemurs still have to bat, though. Of course, they wouldn't mind tacking on a run or two. Paul Smythe has taken over on the hill for Wichita. He throws a strike. So this is going to be the 6th pitcher up on the hill for Wichita tonight. 8-6 Lemurs, 10 hits for the Lemurs, 8 hits for the Wichita Wingnuts. And the delivery, and that one is swung on and missed. Dave is looking at an 0-2 count. So I posted the picture of the wall up on Twitter, and you could actually see the stitching of the baseball in the wall. That's how hard it hit the wall here at Lawrence Dumont Stadium up in the broadcast booth. No balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch, low and outside. Makes it 1 ball and 2 strikes to Abel Nieves. Nieves with 2 hits today. He's 2 for 4. And he's got an RBI as well here this evening. And the 1-2 pitch is inside for a ball. Here comes the 2-2 pitch from Smythe. That is inside. Smythe spells his name. I mean, the first thing I want to say is Smith, but it's Smythe. I even asked. It's S-M-Y-T-H. You would think, well, it'd just probably be Smith anyway. The 3-2 pitch swung on and a ground ball over to the shortstop. Vargas has it right by the bag at second. He'll throw over to first base and get the out. So 1 down in the top of the 9th inning. And here comes Kevin Taylor. Taylor is still in search of that first base hit today. So Kevin Taylor, and then Dennis Phipps will be coming up to the plate as well for the Laredo Lemurs. Lemurs up by 2 runs, top of the 9th inning. And they're 3 defensive outs away from going to the championship series. The pitch misses outside. All the guys in the Lemurs dugout between pitches clapping and trying to root on their teammates. 1 ball and no strikes, and a silent crowd here in Wichita. Everyone's on pins and needles. Here's the 1-0. That one is outside for a ball. 2 balls and no strikes. They're not used to this stuff here in Wichita. The Wingnuts have been to the playoffs. I think it's twice out of the last 4 years. Here's the 2-0. That one misses a little bit high. Might be 3 times out of the last 4 years. Let's see. They went in 2012. They did not go in 2013. They went last year. So yeah, 2 times in the last 4 years, and they still have a chance, of course, in this one to make it 3 times in the last 4 years if they can make it here tonight, if they make a comeback. Here's the pitch to Kevin Taylor, misses outside. That's ball 4. And Dennis Phipps coming up to the plate. Phipps gets a nice little round of boos, or, well, from one guy, booed him. Pretty good. That's still lingering from when Dennis Phipps took out the second baseman, Taylor Smart, at second base on a double play opportunity for Wichita. Taylor Smart was able to complete the double play, but Phipps took him out pretty hard. So 1 out and a runner at first base for the Lemurs. And Smythe peeks over his shoulder. He delivers, and that one is swung on and missed. No balls and 1 strike to Phipps. Phipps asks for a brief moment as he steps into the batter's box. And here comes the 0-1 delivery, and that one is outside for a ball. Well, Phipps this year, he finished 6th in the league with a .336 batting average. He was 3rd in the league with 17 home runs, 4th in the league with 76 RBIs. 2nd in the league with 127 base hits. Not too bad, right? He had a pretty nice year for himself. At the beginning of the year, I thought he might be the American Association Player of the Year. I was saying he would be in the running for that, and he was up there, that's for sure. 1 ball and 1 strike. And the delivery swung on and tipped foul right at the plate. Phipps was also named to the American Association postseason All-Star team. Phipps is the lone representative for the Lemurs this season. Oddly enough, Wichita did not have anybody representing them this season. They have usually picked up a lot of All-Stars throughout the years. 1 ball and 2 strikes. But they had a lot of turnover on the team this year with Wichita. I mean, just like a lot of the teams in the American Association, guys coming and going left and right. Here's the 1-2, swung in a ground ball. 1 hopped over to Middlestat. He'll flip to second for 1. The throw over to first base is in time, and that is a double play. So we're going to go to the bottom of the 9th inning. The Lemurs have to play defense and get 3 more outs, and they'll be on their way to the American Association Championship Series. Stay tuned. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs Baseball, playoff style.
Capital Care EMS, located at 1510 Calle Norte, Suite number 11, invites you to experience a new standard in medical transportation, servicing Laredo and all surrounding areas. Capital Care EMS provides transports to wound care treatments, HBO treatments, dialysis treatments, doctor's appointments, radiation treatments, chemotherapy treatments, and many more. From emergency medical transport to x-rays and lab work, our state-certified EMTs and paramedics are readily available 24 hours a day when you need them most. Capital Care EMS accepts most major medical insurances, including Medicare, Medicaid, Blue Cross Blue Shield, Aetna, and many more. Capital Care EMS is locally owned and operated. Call now for your free consultation. 956-712-8911. That's 956-712-8911. Capital Care EMS, creating a new standard in medical transportation. Capital Care EMS, the official ambulance of your Laredo Lemurs.
We all know we can accomplish more when we're ready. That's why I've chosen Texas A&M International University. I want a 4-year degree and the opportunities that it brings. TAMU has welcomed me and more than 7,000 students from around the world. TAMU empowers me to greatness, ignites my mind, and propels me to my future and my impact. Imagine the possibilities when you're powered by TAMU.
Register now for summer and fall. Visit tamu.edu and get powered.
Hey, ¿tienes algo que celebrar? ¿Que le salió el primer diente a tu hijo? ¿Que tu abuelita aprendió a tuitear? ¿Que cambiaste tu cheque? La respuesta es la misma. Pues un carnesazo. No importa lo que estés celebrando, lo que importa es que lo celebres. Pues con un carnesazo de H-E-B. En H-E-B encuentras gran variedad de cortes a precios bajos y de buena calidad. Carnesazo. Carne asada con ganas, solo en H-E-B.
All right, Nick Van Straten leads it off, so it's the top of the order for Wichita. They're going to have Van Straten, Oldham, and Cleveland coming up to the plate. We go to the bottom of the 9th here. John Burbria staying on the mound once again. He started pitching in the 6th inning for the Laredo Lemurs and is staying out there for another inning of work. He throws a strike here on Van Straten. Lemurs up 8-6, bottom of the 9th inning. 3 more outs, and the Lemurs will play for the championship of the American Association, the 0-1. Swung on and a pop-up on the infield. Actually in foul territory. Phil Pohl over there. He will make the catch. Van Straten pops out into foul territory. And 2 more outs for the Lemurs to go to the championship. Taylor Oldham coming up to the plate. Oldham's 1 for 4 on the day. Picked up a base hit back in the 2nd inning. So Oldham a right-handed batter, Burbria a right-handed thrower. He will deal home, and it's a fastball that misses low and outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Burbria works out of the full windup, and he throws home, and it is swung on and hit down the right field line, but it's going to go foul. A lot of the Lemurs bullpen guys going after that one, and it falls out of their range. Lemurs bullpen guys, they're fenced in down there. They can't get to that where that baseball went. There's a party deck down the right field line here at the ballpark where a lot of people sit. 1 ball and 1 strike. And the pitch. Fastball swung on and popped into foul territory again. Danker going to look at it, and it's going to land about 4 or 5 rows back. Danker went over there just because the wind is blowing so hard, just in case it came back onto the field of play. We saw that earlier with a foul ball behind home plate. It looked like it was going to get out of play, and Phil Pohl didn't get out of his crouch, and the ball ended up landing about 5 feet in playable territory, although it was foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. I mean, it looked like it was going for the stands for sure. But the wind blowing pretty briskly over the stadium out towards the left field wall. And it ended up bringing the ball back. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Brebbia kicks a little dirt around. John Brebbia pitching in a big situation, probably the biggest one all year for the Laredo Lemurs. And the 1-2 swung on, and that's popped up. This should be playable. Danker will get into foul territory. He'll squeeze it, and that's the 2nd out. Both of them in foul territory. So a couple of pop-ups. 1 to Phil Pohl, 1 to one to Travis Danker. So here comes Brent Cleveland to the plate. 2 outs. Bottom of the 9th inning. Lemurs up 8-6. 1 more out, and the Lemurs can go to the championship series. So Cleveland with a double that came all the way back in the 1st inning. He walked back in the 4th, so he's 1 for 3 today with a run scored. He sees a fastball here. It's right down the middle of the plate. So Brebbia says, here it is, hit it if you can. No balls and a strike. And the 0-1, high and inside. 1 ball and a strike. Cleveland touches the very back end of the plate. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and a foul ball up and over the ballpark. So Wichita is down to their final strike and down to their final out. The Lemurs are a pitch away from going to the championship. One ball and 2 strikes. Brebbia winds and throws. Swung on and tipped foul. Brent Cleveland staying alive, just getting a little tiny piece of that one. And it goes off the bat, goes off of Phil Pohl's mitt and back to the screen. So another 1-2 pitch. And that was a really nice pitch there by Brebbia. Painting the outside corner, making Cleveland swing at the ball. Here comes the 1-2 again. Swung on and grounded foul up the 3rd baseline. So that'll get down by the bullpen where Wichita sits. 1 ball, 2 strikes again. And here's the pitch. In tight, high and inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lemurs have had to fight back in this ball game and come back and take the lead. The 2-2 delivery, swung on and popped up on the infield. Travis Danker racing down the first base line. He calls off Brebbia. He squeezes the ball, and the Lemurs will play for the American Association Championship. They will exit the dugout, and everyone will celebrate. And let's see if we can get you close in there. The Lemurs are going to the finals of the American Association. And the guys celebrate and enjoy their victory here in Wichita. The Lemurs have gotten over the hump of the Wichita Wingnuts. They've been trying to get over the Wingnuts for a while now, and they finally do it here in 2015. They will play the Sioux City Explorers starting on Wednesday at Uni-Trade Stadium. So if you're in Laredo, get your tickets, or if you want to travel to Laredo, get your tickets. It's going to be a fun series. The Lemurs have played the Sioux City Explorers twice this year, and the Lemurs have played very well against that club. So it's going to be a fun series, and here comes manager Pete Gavilla out of the dugout. Let's see if I can focus on him. He did a great job this year with this club, and there's Mike Meyer and Pete Gavilla walking out. He's going to go in and join in and shake these guys' hands. But he gets a whole lot of credit here. He is the guy who has crafted this team. And there they go. They're going to Give a big hug to manager Pete Ingavilla. So everybody going by, and a lot of congratulations going on right now. So the Lemurs have won the ball game. Well, congratulations to those guys. They win, and we'll move on and play Sioux City. We'll take a timeout, come back, and hit the post-game show real quick. You're listening to Laredo Lemurs baseball. Lemurs win 8-6.
Thanks for joining us for Laredo Lemurs baseball, brought to you by Popeye's Chicken, AEP Texas, Armadillo Homes, Ascending Technologies, Ashley's Furniture of Laredo, Capital Care EMS, Chavarias Plumbing, Core Business Solutions, Driscoll Health Plan, Falcon International Bank, Family Chevrolet, Gold's Gym, Guerra Communications, HEB, iGadget Repair Center, Kaplan College, Laredo International Airport, Laredo Pony League, Laredo Sports Medicine, Mike's Paint Place, Pepsi, Pro Mega Signs, Southern Distributing, Southern Sanitation, Talk and Talk Wireless, TAMU Housing and Residence, Texas Farm Bureau, Texas Inflatables, Texas Outlaw Grill, Tokyo Garden, Total Termite Pest and Control, Uni-Trade Forwarding, Whataburger of Alice. The Laredo Lemurs post-game show is coming your way next. Now,
Tokyo Garden of Laredo is located at 2515 East Del Mar Boulevard, and they serve the best sushi in town. Stop by Tokyo Garden for a quick lunch or a fancy dinner. Either way, you're going to enjoy our fine cuisine. Did you just get off work? Then come on by and check out our happy hour specials. Tokyo Garden, well, you'll find the best sushi in Laredo.
Falcon Bank and the Laredo Lemurs are a winning combination. At Falcon, they know what counts. Personalized service, attention to detail, and genuine commitment to helping customers achieve their dreams. Falcon Bank, guided by faith, grounded by family, and committed to you.
Need a little spark in your life? Then come on out to Uni-Trade Stadium for Friday night fireworks. Tickets start as low as $5, and you'll get to see great baseball and great fireworks all in one night. To get tickets, call 956-7-LEMURS or go online at LaredoLemurs.com. I'll see you at the ballpark.
Core Business Solutions is a proud sponsor of Lemurs Baseball. Core Business Solutions services the 17 southernmost counties of Texas, as well as areas of northern Mexico. They offer a wide range of high-tech solutions for businesses and organizations. Make Core Business Solutions your solution today.
Miller invented light beer, the original light Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to people wondering L-I-T-E, that's how you spell light, which led to people thumbing through their dictionaries, which led to there's got to be a better way to look up words, which led to the invention of spell check, which led to better resumes, promotions, celebrations, and happy hour. Miller Lite, we invented light beer and happy hour. You're welcome. 12 ounces contain 96 calories, 3.2 carbs, 1 protein, 0 fat. Great beer, great responsibility. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Right now, when you sign up for a Gold's Gym membership, you'll get tons of extras completely free. Confidence, free. Compliments from your coworkers, free. And the desire to wear tiny bathing suits, you guessed it, free. You'll be stronger with extras, and you'll be stronger with Gold's Gym. Know your own strength. Tiny bathing suit not included.
In over 40 years, nobody's helped more families achieve the American dream of home ownership than Armadillo. In fact, Armadillo Homes has built more homes than all other builders combined. And there are reasons for this: integrity, responsibility, service, and of course, quality. So if you're thinking about making the greatest investment in your life, think of the one builder who's dedicated its entire life to helping the Laredo family. Think Armadillo Homes, armadillohomes.com. Go Lemurs.
now it's time for the Laredo Lemurs post-game show. Laredo Lemurs baseball is brought to you by Popeye's Chicken, AEP Texas, Armadillo Homes, Ascending Technologies, Ashley's Furniture of Laredo, Capital Care EMS, Chavarias Plumbing, Core Business Solutions, Driscoll Health Plan, Falcon International Bank, Family Chevrolet, Gold's Gym, Guerra Communications, HEB, iGadget Repair Center, Kaplan College, Laredo International Airport, Laredo Pony League, Laredo Sports Medicine, Mike's Paint Place, Pepsi, Pro Mega Signs, Southern Distributing, Southern Sanitation, Talk and Talk Wireless, TAMU Housing and Residence, Texas Farm Bureau, Texas Inflatables, Texas Outlaw Grill, Tokyo Garden, Total Termite Pest and Control, Uni-Trade Forwarding, Whataburger of Alice. Now here's Bill Harrington with Laredo Lemurs post-game show.
All right, Lemurs fans, thanks for sticking around for the post-game show here at Lawrence Dumont Stadium. The Lemurs are going to play for the American Association Championship for the first time in their history. So congratulations to the Laredo Lemurs. They win tonight by a final score of 8-6. So it was 8 runs, 10 hits, and no errors tonight for Laredo. 6 runs, 8 hits, and 3 errors tonight for the Wichita Wingnuts. Tonight's game was played in 2 hours and 56 minutes here at the ballpark. The Lemurs got on the board first in the game here tonight. They actually started off with 2 runs in the first inning. So they take a 2-0 lead when Ty Morrison hits a single. Then Abel Nieves comes up. He doubles. That puts runners at second and third. Kevin Taylor then reaches on an infield error by the pitcher. That loads up the bases. And Dennis Phipps then comes up to the plate. He reaches on a fielder's choice, and he drives in 2 runs. And the Lemurs take an early 2-0 lead in the ballgame. So that will give the Lemurs a 2-0 lead. We go right to the bottom of the first inning, and the Wingnuts come roaring right back. Van Stratton reached on a triple to start off the first, and then Brent Cleveland doubled, and that brought in Nick Van Stratton to make it a 2-1 ball game at the time. And then Andy LaRoche would be the next batter. He'd hit a 2-run home run, and just like that, Wichita was up 3-2 with Henry Garcia on the mound tonight for the Laredo Lemurs. So then the Lemurs would see Wichita get on the board again and extend the lead to 4-2 there in the second inning, and a couple of more runs in the fourth inning there for Wichita as well. So they'd get 2 more runs, and they would extend the lead out to 6-2 in favor of Wichita. So then the Lemurs started grinding back in the ballgame in the fifth inning. Lemurs would put up 3 runs in the fifth, and it was all the bottom of the order. Drew Martinez reached on a single, followed by a Silverio single, then a walk to Phil Pohl. That loaded the bases. And then the top of the order did their job to keep driving guys in. Ty Morrison single, drove in 1 run. Abel Nieves singles. He drives in a run for the Lemurs. Then Kevin Taylor, he had a sac fly out to center field. That drove in the 3rd run for the Lemurs. So at the time, the Lemurs trailed by a run, and it would be 6-5 in favor of Wichita. Well, the Lemurs would keep the momentum going when they'd get up to the plate again in the 6th inning. We would see Drew Martinez with 1 out, reach on a single. So once again, it's the bottom of the order for Laredo. Then Juan Silverio, he would walk, and that would put runners at first and second base. And then here comes Phil Pohl up to the plate, hitting a 3-run home run over the left field wall. That was the difference in the ball game tonight. And Phil Pohl has come up huge for this club here during this series. John Brebria then goes out and pitches 4 innings to close out the ball game for the Laredo Lemurs. Brebria did fantastic. He retired the side in order in the 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. And the Lemurs end up shutting down the Wichita Wingnuts down the stretch. In fact, the Lemurs retired 16 straight batters, getting that last out in the 4th inning. Beckman got the 3 outs in the 5th. Brebria went on and got the 3 outs in the 6th, and he went on to get the rest of the outs in the ball game for the Lemurs. He was fantastic as well here for the Laredo Lemurs. So just a well-pitched game by the Lemurs relief corps. Henry Garcia got off to a little bit of a bumpy start, giving up those couple of runs to the Wichita Wingnuts at the beginning of the game, but the Lemurs know they have that bullpen in their back pocket. They went to it here tonight, and they end up getting the victory. So congratulations to the Laredo Lemurs. Like I said, tonight's game was played in 2 hours and 56 minutes. The crowd was 850 fans here at the yard tonight. So, wow, let's go and break everything down for you as far as what's happening on Wednesday. The Lemurs will be playing the Sioux City Explorers in Laredo, Texas. So if you're in Laredo, make sure you get your tickets. Come on out to the ballpark. It should be a fun evening. Lemurs will play at home on Wednesday and Thursday, and then they'll take off and head on up to Sioux City for whatever is needed up there. So it's the best of 5 again, and the Lemurs will play the first 2 at home, then up to 3 games on the road. So it's as many as needed. So the first team to win 3 games will end up being the American Association champions. So congratulations to the Laredo Lemurs. That's going to do it for tonight's broadcast. The Lemurs win 8-6, and we will see you on Wednesday as the Lemurs will play for for the American Association Championship game. Congratulations, Laredo Lemurs. We will see you guys back at home soon. It is going to be fun, I tell you that much. It's going to be a fun series for the Laredo Lemurs. Can't wait to get back to Uni-Trade Stadium and get this thing underway. So we'll see you then. Lemurs win 8-6 today. We'll see you in Laredo.
Thanks for joining us for Laredo Lemurs Baseball, brought to you by Popeye's Chicken, AEP Texas, Armadillo Homes, Ascending Technologies, Ashley's Furniture of Laredo, Capital Care EMS, Chavarias Plumbing, Core Business Solutions, Driscoll Health Plan, Falcon International Bank, Family Chevrolet, Gold's Gym, Guerra Communications, HEB, iGadget Repair Center, Kaplan College, Laredo International Airport, Laredo Pony League, Laredo Sports Medicine, Mike's Paint Place, Pepsi, Pro Mega Signs, Southern Distributing, Southern Sanitation, Talk and Talk Wireless, TAMU Housing and Residence, Texas Farm Bureau, Texas Inflatables, Texas Outlaw Grill, Tokyo Garden, Total Termite Pest and Control, Uni-Trade Forwarding, Whataburger of Alice. Join us next time for all your Laredo Lemurs action.